Keyshawn Davis won the silver medal at this summer's Olympic Games, considered by many to be the best of what's an excellent group of pro prospects from that team. By the way, Top Rank signed all of them, every single U.S. Olympian from the boxing team. Keyshawn lost a razor-thin decision to the Cuban veteran Andy Cruz then, but that's the amateurs. This is the pro game. This is different, folks. And Davis appears like he will be fast-tracked, a rocket ride to a world title opportunity. Everybody says he's a can't miss. Tonight, he goes up against Jose Zaragoza, scheduled 6-rounder in a lightweight bout. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, we return to the action here inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. This fight is brought to you by Caesar Sportsbook and Boost Mobile. Scheduled for 6 rounds in the lightweight division. Our judges at ringside, Ken Ezzo, Robert Perez, and Robin Taylor. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Charlie Fitch. Introducing first out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 136.2 pounds, wearing black trunks. He brings a record of 8 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw. 2 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From La Barca, Jalisco, Mexico, Jose Zaragoza. Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 137.8 pounds, wearing black trunks with gold trim. He brings a perfect record into the ring, 3 victories with no defeats. 2 of those victories coming by way of knockout. This past summer, he brought home a silver medal for Team USA at the Tokyo Olympics. From Norfolk, Virginia, Keyshawn, the businessman, Davis!
Nice job, man. Brought the excitement. Good evening, Jose. Good evening, Keyshawn. Gentlemen, you both know the rules. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Please touch gloves now. Come out fighting at the bell.
Dre, where do we begin with Keyshawn Davis when everybody you talk to, all the experts, say he's a can't-miss 5-star guy?
He's got all the makings of a star, inside and outside the ring. Charisma, smile. He's very conscious of what he's saying to the media. But inside the ring, he's won everything in the amateurs except beat the Cuban. He's beat everybody except the Cuban. And that's going to translate, and it already has in his first couple fights in the pro game. You see it already. You just got to see him evolve, run into those tough moments, which I don't think will be tonight, up the road, and watch how he overcomes. And if he can, it's going to be another pillar. It's going to be another star, another face of the sport in the near future.
Well, I'm curious tonight. I know he has a skill, but I'm curious to see if he can get the stoppage against Zaragoza, because he's never been stopped. He's been in there, matched pretty toughly, with good experience, prospects, top prospects as well. And no one's been able to stop him or figure him out.
Zaragoza's 33 years old. Didn't turn to boxing, though, until a couple of years ago. He was a veteran in MMA, in kickboxing. But very active with 6 fights over the course of 2020, and now already his 4th fight in 2021.
Break! Stop back!
Zaragoza, he got the memo. His job is to try to make this as ugly and as rough as possible. It's not about skill and looking good and flashy. That's not him. He needs to make this ugly and try to land some shots and rough up Davis. And even if he doesn't win, survive and be able to say, I gave him a tough fight. That's a win for Zaragoza tonight.
See Davis's overall speed there, just offensively, defensively.
Feel like he tried to set up the left hook to the body. Davis is. There it is. That's where he needs to continue to go, the body. You can hit a guy upstairs all night long, but if you go down to that body, definitely can stop him with a liver shot. There it is.
tell you, the left hook upstairs wasn't so shabby either. Now the sweeping right hand. And now he's just finding his spots.
Just with the minor level change right there from Davis, he'll just drop his knees. Then he'll feint, and then he'll get outside with the left hook to the body. Ooh, nice uppercut.
And you hear the thud on that right hand as well. They're the levels you talk about, Tim.
Beautiful distance control right there from young, talented fighter.
Break! Keep him up, Jose. That one was a little low. 10 seconds to the bell.
Total control early on with the class of Keyshawn Davis. End of one. In that first round, Keyshawn Davis enjoyed a 26-7 connected advantage. He landed 16 of his 24 power punches, so the accuracy right on target as well.
And it's only going to get worse from here. Those numbers are going to get a little bit more gaudy before all is said and done.
Keyshawn Davis, who is now working with B&B in Omaha. Bomac, Brian McIntyre, and that entire team, of course, famously works with Terrence Bud Crawford, the welterweight champion of the world, who's with Bernardo ringside.
The Bud Crawford stable continues to grow. Terrence, what makes Keyshawn special?
Shit, everything. His reflexes, his boxing IQ, his punch selection, his movement, his defense, you know, everything.
Tonight, he's catching shots. He's in the pocket. Is this what you saw when you said, come join this crew?
Don't get greedy. Oh, man, I been saw his talent, his skills when I first seen him fight and when I first got in the ring with him when he was still amateur. You know, so I've been knowing his talent and his skills for a long time now.
Yeah, and he's showing it right now, Joe, with that right uppercut.
He sure is. Now it's interesting as you see Bud Crawford, who of course is coming off of the knockout victory over Sean Porter in that pay-per-view in Vegas. Just a spectacular performance by Bud Crawford there. And look at him working this left hand. But Dre, as soon as Keyshawn Davis went over to work with Bomac, it was Bud who said, all right, come on, you're getting in with me right away. We're going to go. And they did 3 4-minute rounds.
Oh, yeah. That's what time it is. When you're the big dog in the stable and you got the young pup that comes in and he's saying that he's going to be the next one, you got to feel him out. You got to let him know what time it is. A, you want to see what he has, but then you want to let him know what level you're at and the level he needs to reach for.
What you're seeing is a young man that's in total control of the ring, dominating every aspect of the ring. He's doing exactly what he wants to do. Oh, my goodness.
Look at this attack here. And look at how calm and cool and in control he is.
5, 6, 7, 8. Walk to me, Jose. Let me see your gloves.
Just enough time on the clock for it to get ugly, fellas.
Let's see what happens. How does Davis close the show? Nearly clipped him with a big right hand. Oh, body shot! I mean, on the target, bullseye body shot. Every bit of it.
6, 7, 8, 9.
That's it. As they say in the biz, on the button. Damage done. Kid is special. Kid is real special.
New face of boxing right there. New face of boxing right there.
Good win, fellas. He did what he was supposed to do, which is dominate a fighter like Zaragoza. You got to get him out of there. You fill him out for a round or two, and then you turn up, and that's exactly what Keyshawn Davis did. He got that knockdown because he was touching, walking Zaragoza down, walking him down, gave him a false sense of himself, made him feel like that he was safe, and then he turned it up and increased that cadence and the speed, and that's when that shot landed, and down went Zaragoza.
You see Bud Crawford already talking to Keyshawn Davis, from one of the top champions generationally in the sport to the guy who everybody says will be destined for those championship moments.
Listen to me. What can't this young man do? He can do it all. Precision, precise, double uppercut right there, right up the middle. As you can see, Zaragoza leaning forward, and then there's the follow-up body shots. Here's the end of the fight. Get outside, he sees the liver, boom! Digs the left hand right downstairs behind the elbow of Zaragoza, and down he goes. Liver shot shuts every system down in your body just for a moment. Look at that, getting distance right there. Beautiful job by, and then setting up that left hook.
Digging to the liver.
My goodness.
Digging to the liver. Oh, did you hear it? And Dre, for those who have felt it, on the other end of a pure, accurate liver shot, they will tell you, Dre, it's just instant. Instant.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you it freezes you. You can't move. You see Zaragoza trying to hit the canvas to get his breath back, like it cuts off your wind supply for 10, 15 seconds, and you don't have enough time to get up. And most of the time, you don't want to get up, even if you could get up. Keyshawn Davis shining tonight, as we thought he would. He's moving on to bigger and better things, and I'm excited to see this young man's career evolve and progress.
Let's make it official with Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Madison Square Garden, referee Charlie Fitch calls a halt to this bout at 2 minutes, 51 seconds of round number 2. For your winner by technical knockout, Keyshawn, the businessman, Davis!
He's all smiles, and you see the top-ranked executives right behind him, the birthday boy Carl Moretti, Tom DeBuff, the president, who just turned over to us and they just said, wow. Yeah, wow. Everybody was chasing this guy to sign him. The big signing out of the Olympics, and he absolutely is delivering. You want to hear it one more time? Listen to this knockout punch.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And guess what? Guess what? This young man, he doesn't run around the ring. He doesn't bag up. No, he comes forward. He likes that action. He does everything moving forward. Strong, off the great jab, great balance, precision, technique, you name it, he does it all.
Up to Bernardo we go.
Welcome to ESPN Network. Welcome to Madison Square Garden. You delivered tonight after your Olympic performance. How did it feel to do this as a pro once again?
First off, I'd like to thank God for giving me this victory. I'd like to thank Top Rank, ESPN, my team behind me, and I'd like to thank Mr. Dolan. But today was a great day, man. We trained hard for this. Me and my DB3 brother standing behind me. And Keyshawn Davis gonna get the job done today, getting on the Olympic team. So we just carrying it on as a family, and we're gonna keep going up from here.
There's also got to be some pressure when there's so much riding on it for you, when you're touted as the next big thing for American boxing, and then you come on this stage and you drop him with the uppercut, and then you finish him with that body shot. Walk me through that finish, because you don't see young fighters put that punch together early.
Right, man. Honestly, I had a great training camp. You know, every session, every sparring session, every strength and conditioning session, every pool workout, I took it serious just for this one moment. So every time I step in the ring, I just have fun. You know what I'm saying? I just go off my opponent. Most of the time, it feel like sparring. And I feel like when I'm comfortable, most relaxed, that's when I look the best. And that's what I got today.
You have Terrence Crawford and his whole entire team in your corner now. We know what that means from the outside. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot, for real, for real. I've been around Terrence Crawford for about 3 years now. I got plenty sparring sessions in with him, also with Jamel Herring. So him being actually in my corner, hearing his voice outside of the ring, it definitely means a lot. And I appreciate Terrence for everything that he's done leading up to this fight right here.
You're a silver medalist, and now you're undefeated 4-0 as a professional, 3 knockouts. Everyone wants to take it slow and slow you down, but that's not the route you want to take.
No, sir, man. I want to move as smart as possible. So if that means moving fast, then let's go. ESPN Top Rank, I'm ready, man. Push me as fast as you want to. I'm going to take it to the limit. I'm going to take it to the highest limit. And I promise you, I will not let y'all down.
We got a race car, Joe. His name is Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah, and he can power punch as well, Bernardo. As we welcome you back to Vegas on this spectacular sports week in Vegas. From NFL Draft now to the Junior Lightweight World Championship unification coming up in moments. But first, Keyshawn Davis at just 23 years old, 4-0, and fighting an 18-1 fighter. Here's our co-feature right now, Mark Chinook in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum, sponsored by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, and by Top Gun Maverick starring Tom Cruise, only in theaters May 27th. This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the lightweight division. Our judges at ringside, Eric Cheek, Max DeLuca, and Patricia Morse-Jarman. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Robert Hoyle. Introducing first, out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 136.6 pounds, wearing blue trunks with white trim. He brings a record of 18 victories with only 1 defeat. 8 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Catavina, Baja California, Mexico, Esteban El Toy Sanchez. Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 136.2 pounds, wearing silver trunks with white trim. He brings a perfect record into the ring. 4 victories, no defeats. 3 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a U.S. Olympic silver medalist from Norfolk, Virginia, Keyshawn Davis!
Says he wants to move as fast up the ranks as possible, but as smart as possible. Let's see what this step offers.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the fouls in the dressing room. Anything on either belt line is a low blow. I want you guys to show me something and obey my commands at all time, all right? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys touch him up, scoot back. I got him.
Andre Ward, Keyshawn has had 3 fights scheduled for 6 rounds. This is his step up to 8 rounds. Of the 3 scheduled for 6 rounds, 1 went the full distance.
Yeah, he's the kind of fighter that the more rounds he fights, the better he's going to be because he can settle in. He doesn't have to rush, and you're going to see more of his arsenal, more of his skill unfold.
We're laughing as you say he doesn't have to rush as he sprints across the ring, Timmy.
Just mind games. That's all he's trying to do. Get under the guy's
But you see him settle back into a style, though. He rushes over, but then he settles back into his normal style.
That's right. As he's up against Sanchez, who bounced back with 2 wins since his only career loss.
See what he told us in the fighter meeting. He said, I like to break guys down mentally first. When you break a guy mentally down, then the body's going to fall. He's absolutely right about that.
Long striding jab to the body.
First 40 seconds, Davis has exclusively used the left hand, his lead hand, which is the most important hand or the most important punch for a fighter, especially early when you're trying to feel an opponent out. You want to see, where's my range? How close do I need to get to land a right hand or a left hook, but also stay out of harm's way? And that's what you see Davis doing right now.
And showing levels. He doubled it up top, went back down to the body as Sanchez falls in with the right hand of his own.
Keep it clean.
But then he doesn't allow Sanchez to rough him up on the inside. He lets Sanchez know that, yes, I'm not just a good boxer, I'm also physically strong.
These 2 were scheduled to fight Timmy back on March 19th, but Keyshawn Davis was sick. He had a virus, so they postponed the fight. Not COVID, lost 10 pounds. He was dealing with a stomach virus, wasn't eating, wasn't drinking. We talked to him about it yesterday. Feels great now. They postponed it. They danced the dance here in Vegas. Sanchez did not stop training when it was postponed, went right back to the gym the next day.
Sanchez is seemingly invasive right now. I mean, he's not trying to attack. You know, the feints and the jab of Davison is giving him fits. And, you know, you see he doesn't want to make a mistake because he doesn't want to get caught with a shot.
Ooh. Stop. I got you. All right, come on. Stop. Be careful of the arms, elbows, shoulders, everything, all right? You hear me?
Hear the warning from Robert Hoyle. Sanchez has been penalized 2 times recently in fights, 2 times both for low blows.
Well, that chess game, that game that Sanchez is playing right now, he can't play this game for too long because Davis is a master at this game. He can't outthink Davis. He needs to try to catch Davis in between punches. He needs to pick up the pace and start banging the body of Davis. Take the time that Davis has to think, cut it down, and cause him to react more so he can't think. Because if Davis can think, it's going to be trouble for Sanchez.
Keyshawn scored well with the check hook and then a right hand to the body not long ago.
Well, the punch that I believe Davis is avoiding, not actually throwing, is the body shots. He needs to throw more body shots. That's what he needs to do.
Coming to the end of round 1, Keyshawn Davis in action against Esteban Sanchez. World Championship fight is coming up. Title unification. Undefeated champions meeting up. Our Geico tail of the tape between Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. Look at that bottom line. Opponent punches landed per round. Stevenson is ultimate world class. Now Valdez is elite, but Shakur Stevenson, opponents land just 5 punches per round. Now Valdez, he's going up against a knockout puncher, a guy who has 23 knockouts, a guy who has the knockout of the year. And look at who just arrived to the MGM Grand, the great Canelo Alvarez, who will be fighting next week for a light heavyweight world title. The #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, a great friend and training stablemate of Oscar Valdez, is making his way ringside. And isn't it interesting, because we just saw in the corner of Keyshawn Davis, the #2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. So this is where the stars of boxing are tonight.
Stop!
Looks like Sanchez right now is a bit mesmerized with Davis. And it's not that Davis has done anything polarizing, but it's probably a little bit harder to hit him than he thought. He's probably getting hit with punches that he didn't think he was going to get hit with. It's different when you get in there with a good boxer. You got to be able to overcome that initial shock and then go to work, and that's what Sanchez needs to do right now.
What Sanchez needs to do is just let those hands go.
There's a left hook from Sanchez.
Just let those hands go. You know, it's a young guy. You got more experience. Use your experience. Let those hands go and let him adjust to you, and instead of you adjusting to him.
Left hook by Keyshawn Davis.
That jab is something else from Keyshawn.
And another left hook. Boy, since he got hit from Sanchez, he has hit the accelerator a bit. He has been precise, accurate with that left hand.
Yeah, Davis didn't like that too much, but Sanchez has to answer those jabs and those lead left hooks, because again, he has success when he does that. He may not land clean, but he's getting closer. And when he sits back and just takes pop shots from Davis, then, you know, the outcome's going to be academic.
See, the biggest thing right now, Sanchez can't get past the jab. He can't get past Davidson's jab, so he's not going to be able to land any offense.
Small movements from Davis. Watch his feet. Small movements. A little bit to the left, back to the right. That keeps Sanchez off balance. It keeps him unsure because Sanchez needs his feet still. He needs his feet planted in order to get off the kind of shots that he wants to get off.
Good second round for Keyshawn Davis. Take a short break. Be right back.
Stop. I got you. Time.
Look at this scene at the Grand Garden Arena as it continues to fill up with celebrities and boxing fans. The place to be tonight in Vegas. Of course, it has been home to so many great fights through the years, be it Pacquiao, De La Hoya, Foreman's great win against Michael Moore to reclaim the heavyweight championship in 1994. Mayweather and De La Hoya, and now tonight, unification. Valdez and Stevenson, undefeated world champions facing off in moments. For now, round 3, of Keyshawn Davis, the U.S. silver medalist, 5th pro fight against Esteban Sanchez, and Davis has a 39-6 connect advantage to this point.
And that's discouraging, Tess. And that's exactly what Keyshawn Davis meant when he said, I want to break my opponent down mentally and psychologically before I break him down physically. That's what he's talking about. You see those missed shots right there. And then you'll see Davis get in position and hit him with a jab, then hit him with a right hand. It's just discouraging, and it starts to build up.
You don't see that often.
Then all of a sudden you see Davis will start to land heavier shots as we get closer to the end of this fight, and you'll see if he can get him out of there.
What Davis
but the breakdown process is underway, though.
Yes, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get Sanchez to come forward, make mistakes, get frustrated.
Sanchez came forward moments ago with a 1-2 against Davis.
Well, if you're Sanchez, you got to have the same expectations in this fight as Timmy has for our main event. You can't have any expectations. You got to just throw. You got to hit a slick fighter like Davis anywhere you can, as often and as early as possible, in hopes and your belief that you're going to get something through that's going to get his attention.
That would be the game plan for Oscar Valdez against Stevenson. Comes forward behind that left hook that time, did Davis. Now back to the jab. Ooh, digging underneath as Sanchez tried to have that upper body movement to get away from the punches, but Davis was able to land. Oh, he catches him with a hook as he crossed that threshold. Then back to the jab. Then to the body with it. Good work from Keyshawn Davis. Short right hand on the inside.
Nice step over right there. Nice step over again from Keyshawn. Not allowing Sanchez to get his feet planted and not allowing him to land the body shots that he wants to land.
Hear the snap of that body punch there.
10 seconds.
Joe, Tim, and Andre on the call here. Round number 4. Keyshawn Davis, 5th fight of his pro career. Everybody has tabbed him as the next great American prospect, the one to watch. Hey, that check hook in round number 3 was something, Timmy.
Yes, I love counterpunchers. Beautiful check hook on the inside as he stepped back. Davis did take a left hook of his own. Took it well. Nice little uppercut right there from Sanchez. But just creating space, allowing Sanchez to come forward and try to close the gap on him and setting him up for a beautiful check hook.
CompuBox numbers from the last round. Davis with a 14-3 connect advantage. Title unification fight is coming up next. Valdez and Stevenson. Number 1 pound-for-pound fighter on our list. Number 2 overall on ESPN.com, the welterweight champion. Bud Crawford, an interesting observer of Keyshawn Davis, Bernardo.
Terrence, you know Keyshawn Davis well. What is your assessment of how he's doing tonight so far?
Oh, he's doing real well. You know, this guy is a little awkward. He got a different type of rhythm. But Keyshawn's boxing him real well. You know, I like to see him go to the body a little more, though.
He talked about the importance of getting in there with you and how that sparring session made him better. What's it like being in there with him?
Oh, short right hand.
It's a chess match, you know. Keyshawn a good boxer. You know, he got good speed, he got good eyes, good distance. You know, so it's good for both of us. And he's young at that.
You know what's good for both of you? Is the Errol Spence fight going to get made, bud?
I hope so. I hope so. You know, that's what the world's waiting on, and that's what we all waiting on, and hopefully we can get it done.
We all hope as boxing fans that does happen. Minute 10 left, Joe.
Everybody would love to see that. Keyshawn Davis, who is trained by the same team that trains Bud Crawford.
If Keyshawn gonna get it done, it's gonna be either from a body shot or an uppercut. I see Sanchez leaning forward, trying to close the gap without a jab. Just waiting on Davis to land that right uppercut.
Ooh, pull right hand.
Pull counter.
Pull counter right hand by Davis.
Yes, this is the second phase of the breakdown. The first phase is to frustrate you, discourage you, pick at you. Then the second phase is to stand there give you what you want, let you throw, start to punish you, and the third phase is to get you out of there.
This is exactly what we saw December 11th when he got his opponent out of there with a vicious attack to the body. So let's see how this second phase of the breakdown, as Andre Ward describes it, turns out. Closing moments of round 4. There is a left hand to the body, then he turns and takes an angle to the outside to land the right hand. Round 5 of our co-feature scheduled for 8. But if Keyshawn Davis can keep up in this direction, we'll see if we get to 8 as he opens up the 5th round with a right hand. And look at the total punches through 4 rounds. 75 of 211 and holding Sanchez to a connect percentage of only 14%. And the inside work, the grittiness, willing to be tough.
Watch your head.
Keyshawn is comfortable being in the pocket right now because he's already timed Sanchez. He's felt whatever power or lack of power that he has. He's mastered his range. He knows where he needs to be to land and not allow Sanchez to land. And he knows that his punches, that they're affecting Sanchez. So now he's got the green light to go forward.
Call that the dog walk process. Dog walk him. Bag him up, slowly beat on him. Some hard shots. I don't know how much longer Sanchez is going to be able to take these hard shots.
Oh, there's a hook. Left hook comes in. Then he takes a step back and comes with a left uppercut. And there was a right hand moments ago that also affected him.
Those small shots on the inside, do not underestimate those shots. They set up shots to the head, but they also break you down.
Look at these body punches, and look at this attack from Keyshawn Davis. Big shot rains in, goes up top, now to the body. Time and again, so accurate against Sanchez.
I got you. Let go. You're holding. Don't hold it.
Stalking his prey here in round 5, but Sanchez, his game. He only has 1 loss.
What you're seeing is Davis right now playing defense, recharging his system. He just threw a ton of punches.
Doubled up that hook, and now gets the inside. He has been dipping to the body, comes with a right uppercut. Boy, Sanchez is in trouble, gets snapped back with a right hand, and look at Keyshawn Davis go. Does he ever enjoy these moments? Short work on the inside. What a beating he's handing out here in this 5th round.
It's the temperature check right here. He's checking his
Sanchez
temperature.
doesn't look good at all. Short left hook on the inside.
Little hot dogging going on.
Keyshawn in the zone right now.
Just a matter of time, fellas. Just a matter of time.
Whenever he wants to.
10 seconds. Keep him up.
Combination on the bell. That was a beatdown. Here's the right hand that started everything in that last round. Left hook comes in, and then the right hand followed. And when you look at the CompuBox punch numbers, 36 of 61 power punches. 36 of 61 power punches. You heard Bomac, Brian McIntyre, his trainer, saying that was a perfect round. It was. Now you'd have to think he can close the show.
This time, you did the hard work. You set the table. Now it's time to eat. It's time to get him out of here, and it's time to go home, because Sanchez is experienced enough where if you allow him to, he'll stick around to that final bell, but he doesn't have to.
Oh, my goodness.
Sanchez getting right in the pocket.
Stop. I got you.
This is what I call a slow death for Sanchez. Systematically getting beat down. There's nothing he can do that can deter Davis. He's tried everything.
It's a tough night when you're getting hit with everything in the toolbox, but you just can't land a shot yourself.
It's a tough night when you're really tough. And sometimes fighters are too tough for their own good.
Well, the biggest issue I have with this is that, that
uppercut comes in, hook comes in, another comes in. Dre, you said it's time to go home. It could be any time right now for Keyshawn.
This is when you need your corner to step in and do something about this beatdown that's going on right now.
Range finding with the left hand. Oh, he wants that right uppercut so badly. He goes with it again. Straight right hand, headshot comes in. Joe Vargas is the trainer of Esteban Sanchez, and he's awful tough in the corner right now. You gotta look out for your fighter. We don't need a tough trainer when you got this game and gutsy of a fighter.
Right, I think Davis just needs to do a little bit more to make the referee step in or to make that white towel fly through the ropes. Just a little bit more.
Sanchez keeps coming forward and showing something, but there have been so many headshots.
It's the posturing like that from Sanchez that will allow him to stay in the fight.
Absolutely.
The referee will say, well, he's still got life. He's not dead yet. And in his corner, that gives them hope, even though he's not landing punches.
Look at this. 2 more left hooks. Right uppercut. Another right uppercut. Takes an angle to the right.
Blood.
There is blood now coming from the left eye. 2 more left hooks to the same spot. And another. And the right uppercut. And finally, the damage is over. Time to go home. Go there and celebrate Keyshawn Davis.
Now y'all believe me?
Keyshawn Davis, knockout victory.
Yeah, here's a 2-piece that started all the trouble. Roll right there, right uppercut. Another roll, counter, and a left hook. Landed flush, another left hook, and another left hook, and another left hook. For good measure from Keyshawn Davis, that started all the trouble for Esteban Sanchez. We see that right hook, right uppercut right there. He blocks, he's looking, boom. Assessed his work, boom. Assessed his work, boom. Assessed his work, boom, and landed that 4th shot right there. Then you see the stumble back from Sanchez, and that's when the referee thought it was time to get in there.
Another left hook right there by Davis. Referee just got a good eye, watch why, on Sanchez right there. Davis, like I told you, he's a special talent. Now, do you believe me? This is an 18-1 challenger that he just faced, an opponent he just faced. This is his 5th professional fight. 5th professional fight now, and he dominated in that fashion.
Those are dominating CompuBox numbers. Absolutely dominating what he did defensively, but then what he did offensively. And let me add to that 157 landed. 113 of them were power punches. His power punch percentage was landing 57% of his power punches. Let's make it official. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena, referee Robert Hoyle calls a stop to this bout at 2 minutes, 44 seconds of round number 6. Yeah! Declaring your winner by technical knockout, Keyshawn Davis! This is boxing. This is Top Rank. Presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you this evening by Boost Mobile. Money is power. By Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations. By AutoZone, get in the zone. And by Smile, only in theaters September 30th. This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the lightweight division. Our judges at ringside, Ron McNair, Robin Taylor, and Paul Wallace. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Earl Brown. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 136.2 pounds, wearing pink and teal trunks. His record, 25 victories, 5 defeats, 18 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Guadalupe, Nuevo León, Mexico, Omar Héroe Tienda. Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 136.4 pounds, wearing white trunks with black trim. His record, perfect. 5 fights, 5 victories, 4 of those victories coming by way of knockout. In the summer of 2021, he captured an Olympic silver medal for Team USA. From Norfolk, Virginia, Keyshawn, the businessman Davis!
Great reception for Keyshawn Davis here in Newark. Look at this crowd that has come out to see Shakur Stevenson, but they get a real treat to see if Davis can shine the way he has in the recent past.
Gentlemen, I expect a clean professional fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
258th fight refereed in the career of Earl Brown. The 6th fight for that young man, Keyshawn Davis. Andre Ward, one of the things we always talk about when it comes to young fighters is activity. That's been one of the problems for Keyshawn Davis. He has been dealing with an illness for much of this year. He's had 2 fight withdrawals.
He has, and that's not part of the plan, obviously. But this is a marathon, not a sprint. He says his stomach is better, his body's better, and I'm excited to see him perform tonight.
Omar Tienda is the 34-year-old opposite him, a 30-fight veteran, a 10-year pro. Got a late start to boxing. Started when he was 22 years old, only had 6 amateur fights.
Typically, you see Keyshawn Davis start slow, but that doesn't mean he's not doing anything. He's computing in his mind, his distance, his range. He's trying to see what his opponent brings to the table. And you'll slowly start to see him open up in that 3rd and 4th round.
We've seen that time and again. It's under the tutelage now of Bomac McIntyre and the entire team that has been with the welterweight champion Bud Crawford every step of the way from Omaha, Nebraska.
Don't expect Tienda to win this fight or even hurt Keyshawn Davis, but with each fight, you want to see Davis answer more and more questions because he's got all the makings of a future world champion and a guy who's going to be on top for a long time, but you want to see him go through some things little by little to confirm how you feel about it.
You know, and sometimes, Dre, those questions arise in the middle of the fight. You see a 3-punch combination that finishes with a right hand to the body. And sometimes you have a sense of what those questions are going in. What are the questions you have in terms of the development of Keyshawn Davis at this stage?
Well, any young fighter, not just Keyshawn specifically, you want to see him get hit for the first time and see how they respond. You want to see him have adversity in a round or 2 to see how he takes the instructions and respond the right way. So it's all the things that every prospect has to overcome. It's not specific to Keyshawn Davis.
Tienda pressing to the inside. He was able to place a right hand moments ago. Keyshawn looking to split the guard with a right hand of his own.
It's good to see Tienda is not here to lay down. He's throwing punches, and he's landed probably more punches than we've seen anybody land against Keyshawn, but it's still very, very early. It's only the 1st round.
Yeah, listen, you got a 34-year-old who's in his 31st pro fight. Obviously, he's not going to be affected with what he's opposite. He's going to give it. He's going to bring it. 2-punch combination from Keyshawn. You get a sense of the hand speed. Good work to the body that time with 2-punch combination. End of the 1, Davis and Tienda, and that is not a knockdown. Dre, was this a knockdown at the end of 1? It was ruled not a knockdown.
It's hard to see if that punch landed or if it cut the back of the head. But in real time, it looked good, but the referee said It was a slip.
Looked like there was a right hand that made contact. Next thing you know, Tienda was down, but they said it was
That's
a
the
slip.
same right hand.
It is the same right hand. And now he goes that long jab to the body and a good combination, including a right hand upstairs. And you can see the accuracy of Davis. In that first round, he had a 15-5 connect advantage, including 8 power punches of 14 thrown.
See Davis starting to put some power behind those punches because he's feeling comfortable already in this second round, and that's one of his gifts is he can change up the cadence and the veracity of his punches. Sometimes he'll throw them light and soft, and other times they're coming heavy.
The Olympic silver medalist for Team USA, Keyshawn Davis. Dre, I'm getting sick of announcing guys as silver medalists. I know it's a great accomplishment, but you're the last American to have that gold. We need another one, my friend.
Yeah, I'm the last male, and that shouldn't be the case. We got the best talent in the world, I believe.
It's a good combination that Keyshawn finishes with a left hand to the body.
Tienda is protecting himself pretty well up top. I believe Keyshawn Davis is going to notice that and start landing some heavy shots to the body. I think it's just a matter of time.
Nearly clipped him coming in. You can sense that threshold. That's danger zone when you get in close with Davis.
Come on, guys, punch out. Let him go. Let him go.
Tienda pressing straight ahead. Earl Brown's going to separate them.
Every time Davis has landed that right hand, he's gotten a reaction out of Tienda. He's got to keep going back to the left side of Tienda's head because he's had action every time he's landed. I'd like to see Davis also pick up that jab. He can poke with it and use it as a rangefinder, but you also want to see him throw a stronger jab to get Tienda's attention and to blind him for that beautiful right hand that Davis has. That jab right there.
Yep, there he starts working it a bit, but there is opportunity, some of those empty spaces, and to have it as a setup. Tienda comes in awkwardly at the end of 2. Round number 3, scheduled for 8. Keyshawn Davis in control early on with a 36-12 connect advantage over Tienda. Joe and Dre with you ringside. I feel like we always have the conversation, Dre, every time we broadcast Keyshawn Davis in terms of how fast do you move a guy like this. He, of course, says, listen, I'll move as fast as they let me move, but there are reasons why you take a certain approach.
I think the performances will dictate how fast you move him. You take a step up. If he fares easy in that fight, that's a sign he's ready to go and step up. Because when you hear about his dedication in the gym, the lifestyle that he lives as a fighter. He's already going 12, 13, 14 rounds with 2, 3 different guys. So the conditioning isn't a problem. I don't think the mindset is a problem. His performances will dictate how fast you move him.
Let's check in with Bernardo Osuna.
Was just speaking with Joel Casamayor, the former world champion who was training Omar Tienda in Vegas. He says, look, I want him to stay behind the jab, but he needs to be first. And more importantly, the only way he has a chance against Keyshawn is to work the body.
He's been limited with that jab, by the way. CompuBox has him only landing 1 jab to this point.
The problem for Tienda is to get to that body, he's got to go through a whole lot of fire.
That's right. That's what we're talking about, crossing that threshold.
Yes.
You cross that threshold, there's going to be pain that comes with it.
Come on.
Let him go.
Good right hand for Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah, that thud on it.
Tienda took it well.
Trying to catch him coming in again. There's that awkwardness we talk about with Tienda. And by the way, we gave you a glimpse of his life back in Mexico. Told you he got a late start. He was working full-time in emergency rescue. In fact, he shared with us the story of back in 2017 when he saved 4 children, saved their lives. 4 children were in a sinking car, and this fighter went out there and saved their lives, Trey.
Yeah, he's a hero in his home country, and you can do nothing but commend him.
Father of two, has a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old boy.
The shot that Davis wants, the right hand, is that one right there. It's that sneaky shot, not hard, but quick and accurate to the side of the head of Tienda. Every time he hits Tienda with that shot, his legs wobble, and we saw him actually go down at one point.
Yep.
That wasn't called a knockdown. Not the first one, but the second time. I think his knee might have touched.
Able to go wide around the guard with it.
It's so quick and so accurate, Tienda can't compute that it's coming.
Come on, hands free, punch. Break. Come on, y'all guys doing a little too much holding now. A little too much holding.
End of 3 here in New Jersey. Champion at 130 pounds, and then yesterday he lost his belt on the scale. Now,
No, but you can't do that.
the story as it goes, and we will continue to detail, is that he's going to lightweight anyway. Shakur Stevenson is moving up to 135 pounds. But as we all know, not the way you go about it with the business of boxing. It's the fighter's responsibility to make the weight that you contractually signed up for. You're defending titles at 130 pounds, and he would be the first one to tell you he was embarrassed over it, and he knows it wasn't the right thing, but his body just couldn't get down to 130 this time around.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, I just spoke with him. He says, look, we're looking good so far. Keyshawn, I want him to stay at mid-range, and I want him to push him back and take control of this fight.
Bomac, the trainer of the pound-for-pound great. Let's see if they're ruling that a slip or a knockdown. A slip again, saying it was cupping and a push with the left hand. But Brian McIntyre is the trainer of Keyshawn Davis, also the trainer of the undefeated pound-for-pound great Bud Crawford. And he has said to us, Keyshawn Davis is the best talent I have seen in the sport since Bud Crawford. He said he is going to be very high on the pound-for-pound list in his career.
High praise.
For a fighter that's 5-0, 23 years old. There's that right hand you've been talking about.
And you see the reaction from Tienda. I think the key for Keyshawn is to pick up the jab. Then you can hit Tienda with whatever you want. You can hit him with the right hand, the straight right, the looping right hand. You can hit him with a shot to the body, but you got to pick the left hand up because Tienda's doing a good job of playing defense and surviving with both hands up.
See how comfortable Davis is in the pocket there.
He's got to break that defense down, blind Tienda, and then come behind that jab. It's the missing link right now.
Look at this, up jab from Tienda, frustration on the inside. And he went with the hip toss style. Stern warning from Earl Brown.
Keyshawn Davis picks up that jab. He's got action. That shot hurt Tienda right there. That half hook, half uppercut. Tienda's being hurt. He's just recovering. And Davis is allowing him to recover.
Break. Don't punch. Watch your shoulders. Right. Break. Don't punch. Right.
A lot of grappling on the inside. Nearly clipped him with that right hand. End of 4 from here in New Jersey. Just a short break towards seeing the great Shakur Stevenson as Robson Conceição will be the challenger going after the unified belts at 130 pounds before Shakur Stevenson moves to the lightweight division. He is now 18-0, his homecoming fight. You see the dominance right now in our co-feature with Keyshawn Davis, 65-22 connect advantage. Dre, we were listening in to Bomac, Brian McIntyre, the trainer for Davis. He said, box yourself into a rhythm. At the end of that 4th round, started to get the sense that the fight wasn't taking on much of a rhythm with all the clinching and grappling on the inside from Tienda.
Coach Bomac told his pupil the right thing. He's telling him, get your legs moving. Let me see your skill. Let me see your feints. Let me see you do more than just stand there and look for one shot, because not every guy is going to go down the first time you hit him clean. If Keyshawn can do that, that big shot will come.
Break. break. Don't punch, don't punch. Let him go, let him go, let him go. Yeah, fight.
But all of this that you see the young fighter Davis going through, none of this is wasted. All of this is needed. All of this is part of the process, part of the plan. You got to go through different things in that ring. So as you climb the ladder, you're going to face.
Oh, he catches in that time.
Right there.
Great shot there. And Keyshawn slow to get to that neutral corner.
He's hurt too.
Let's see if Davis can finish him right here in round 5. Right hand, left hand combination. Head is snapped back. Davis on the go. 2 left hands. Oh, what a big shot that was. This is over. Keyshawn Davis, 6-0, 5 knockouts. When it was time to get nasty, he did.
He's already one of the best finishers out of the young crop of guys right now. Keyshawn gets you hurt. It's going to be hard for you to get out of that round. You saw him go to another gear test.
Oh, did he ever?
When he knew he had Tienda where he wanted him.
There's Bud Crawford, the undefeated welterweight champion, cheering on his stablemate in training, Keyshawn Davis. When he decides to step it up and go for it, he really turns it on, Dre.
Yes, it's different gears that you see. You need gears to dominate in the sport. You can go a long way with one gear or maybe take it to the second gear. This is a high-level sports car right now that's still very young in his career, and he's only going to get better. But his ability to finish, that's innate. That's a desire to step in, be in the line of fire, not care about what's coming back, and finish the job.
Keyshawn Davis, 10 power punches landed in that 5th round. But watch the first one that starts it before he just unleashes. Here's the first knockdown. Take us through it, Drake.
We got into that rhythm, like Coach Bomack said, took a half step to the side, and that right hand has been trouble for Tienda all night long. For some reason, when he gets hit right there, he can't respond right. His legs go, he went down. And again, this young fighter right now is the best finisher out of all the young fighters. He gets you hurt, you're not getting out that round.
How about the left hand that came in the midst of that rally after the knockdown, and then he snaps his head back as well right there.
Bad intentions on every single shot that he threw right there. That's a mentality. You can't teach that. You either got that or you don't.
That left hand that you saw moments ago that backed him up to the ropes, that was so damaging. And keep in mind, it comes after the sharp right hand. Just a little bit of a pullback on the right hand, and he clipped it to the side of the head.
And it's a good stoppage by the referee, because I was getting ready to get real ugly.
Oh, there were multiple times that the head was snapped back of Tienda. And that is a 30-fight veteran in Tienda, a 34-year-old. And now comes the question, Dre, we posted earlier. What do you do with managing the career of Keyshawn Davis at 135 pounds? A division that's absolutely loaded. A division that is completely top-heavy with some of the greats in the sport, with Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko and soon-to-be Shakur Stevenson. How fast do you go here?
It's a fine line, but I don't think he goes slow. He's the type of guy like a Loma, like a Shakur, that the more pressure he has, you're going to see him perform better. That's been the case. He's been a top amateur. He stays focused. He'll be a top professional. So this was supposed to be a step up. This guy's got, what, 30 fights?
Yes.
This is Keyshawn's 6th fight. Give him what he's asking
But Dre,
for.
I got to pause when you say those names there. We'll get to that conversation in just a moment after this. Here's the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey, referee Earl Brown calls a stop to this bout at 1 minute, 38 seconds of round number 5. Declaring your winner by technical knockout, Keyshawn the Businessman Davis!
6-0, 5 knockouts. Listen, you're mentioning Vasily Lomachenko. You're mentioning Shakur Stevenson. Lomachenko, forget about it. 400 amateur fights, 3rd pro fight. He's fighting for world titles right out of the gate. Shakur, 13th fight. Record-setting ascent. Won a featherweight title in his 13th fight. Defeated Keyshawn Davis against the 3-time world title challenger, Juan Carlos Burgos. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. We get straight to the action. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 134 pounds, wearing blue trunks with white trim. His record, 35 victories, 6 defeats, 3 draws, 21 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a 3-time world title challenger from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, Juan Carlos Mini Burgos. Introducing out of the red corner, he weighed in at 134.8 pounds, wearing gold trunks with black trim. His record is perfect. 6 fights, 6 victories, 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. In the summer of 2021, he captured an Olympic silver medal for Team USA from Norfolk, Virginia, the businessman, Keyshawn Davis!
Steve Willis will be our referee. Keyshawn Davis against Burgos.
Okay, gentlemen, you both have the instructions. I want you to obey the commands. Protect yourself at all time. Right now, we're going to follow the letters here. The letters here. Step it up. Let's go.
Joe Tessitore ringside with the first ballot Hall of Famer Andre Ward and the newly announced class of 23 Hall of Famer Tim Bradley. We'll talk more about that and celebrate you throughout the night, Timmy. All right, guys, we have talked about the development of Keyshawn Davis. He is way ahead of schedule. Dre, what is he in store for opposite the 34-year-old Burgos?
Burgos is a veteran. He's very patient. He's going to make things difficult for Keyshawn, at least on paper. He's going to try to feint him, and he's going to try to make the young fighter be anxious, and he's going to try to counter.
I like what I'm seeing from Keyshawn Davis at this moment. You know, it's all about establishing distance and range, coming out the gate, using his jab, and you can see he already has Burgos on his back foot.
And touched him with the jabs to the body and then came with a right hand to the midsection as well early on here. Timmy, when we sit back and we talk about these prospects and we throw these hyped labels on them, blues to blue chip, the can't miss, the future this, the future that. What is it specifically about Keyshawn Davis that is so conspicuous where you say it's undeniable?
The calmness. You know, at this stage in his career, he's super calm inside the ring. And when you're calm, Tess, you can see everything coming. So once he finds his mark, once he finds the proper distance, you're going to see him unleash his combinations and counters.
And Dre, that is a trait, a characteristic, a descriptive we do not apply to young fighters. We do not use the word calm often when somebody is 6-0.
Well, most are very eager to please. Most think that the pros are just like the amateurs and they just kind of approach the sport in a presumptuous way. Davis understands the assignment and he moves accordingly. So his patience is that of a guy with 15, 20, 25 fights.
The fight for Burgos is not going to be in the first half. It's going to be in the latter half if it goes that far. You know, he's going to use his veteran tactics. Right now, he's playing defense right now and trying to gauge the speed and the punching power of Keyshawn. But sooner or later, he's going to start turning it on and moving forward.
See, even that sequence in the corner right there, most fighters who are facing a Davis at this stage, they'll freeze in the corner. You see Burgos stayed calm. He never panicked. He blocked a jab. He got out of harm's way, and he reset.
Burgos two-punch combination, try to finish to the body. Davis testing him with that hook moments ago.
Yeah, I like how calculated Davis is and how calm he is and how patient he is right now with his offense. He's looking, his eyes are wide open, but he's controlling things at the range that he wants to fight at.
But he's also active in this first round. He's not overactive, but he's active, and he's setting the tone on how the fight is going to be fought.
Setting the tone to the start of what's a sensational night here as we see 3 prime prospects and then It is the return to Madison Square Garden for Teofimo Lopez, who we have seen with sensational knockouts.
California a year ago to Mikey Garcia.
Saw Teofimo Lopez in the locker room. He arrived just about 20 minutes ago. We have Keyshawn Davis in action here. We have the guy who many think is the next great Puerto Rican sensation, Xander Zayas, the guy who many think is the next great heavyweight, especially here in America, the undefeated Jared Anderson, and then it is Lopez against Martin. Round number 2 scheduled for 8, the step-up fight for Keyshawn Davis. He outlanded Burgos in that first round 18-2. He was 18 of 42 and was active with the jab. Timmy, he threw 31 jabs in that first round.
And he's in complete control of Burgos right now.
Hold on.
Tess, sooner or later, Burgos going to have to step inside. He's going to have to rough up the younger fighter because right now he's just getting outboxed from the outside.
And Dre, this is counter to what Burgos told us his game plan early on would be.
Well, he's a veteran, so he's not going to rush into it. He feels that speed, he feels that power, and he knows that I can't get hit with that shot clean. It's a guy who's never been stopped, so he knows his way around that ring, and he's not trying to win rounds. It's either go the distance and have a moral victory or try to hope that you land something in this fight.
You make that point, we would stress that's in 44 fights Burgos has never been stopped. The 3-time world title challenger went up against Mikey Garcia, Roman Martinez, Hasagawa, former featherweight world title challenger, 34 years old, 35 wins into his career.
See that sequence right there?
Yeah, the jab with the right hand to the body.
Right, but then Burgos blocked 2 shots and said, okay, I can take that power, and then he opened up just a little bit downstairs.
See, this is normal, Keyshawn, what you're saying right now. He takes his time. You know, he likes to defeat his opponents mentally first, take everything away from him, and then knock him out.
But it's interesting with Davis because though he's patient, he fights with an urgency. He's just not allowing himself to be rushed.
I hear that time and time again, that's the difference between him and, let's say, Shakur Stevenson. Although Shakur Stevenson now is fighting a lot more on his front foot, especially after his last fight, but a lot of the guys are saying that this is the guy that looks for the action. He doesn't run away from it.
Good defense right there from Davis. Davis is a two-way fighter. Great offense, but also very, very good defense.
Great in transition, Dre.
Burgos has also had good defense in this fight. He's being outpointed, but he hasn't allowed himself to get caught with anything clean and flush thus far.
I'm going to let you know right now, Burgos is saying to himself, I ain't never been in the ring with nothing like this.
Hands are free. Work out. Work out. Work out. Let him go.
And he's been in the ring with some of the best. We're going to take a short break. End of round 2, getting a good look at the blue chip prospect, Keyshawn Davis. There is the undefeated U.S. Olympian Keyshawn Davis, who's from Norfolk, Virginia. And as he gets up off the stool, we want you to take note of the trunks he's wearing tonight because he's honoring the memory of the University of Virginia football players Lavelle Davis, Devin Chandler, and Deshaun Perry. Of course, the tragic shooting that took place recently. And as a Virginia native, as you will see those jersey numbers on his trunks, it was very important to him to honor their memory. Now, I will share with our audience, as our boxing family knows here, my daughter's an athlete at the University of Virginia and had to go through that night of being sheltered in place close by that tragic shooting. And we often talk about tough decisions fighters make. I want to mention Michael Hollins, the football player who survived the shooting, who made a decision to go back and try to help the victims, and that's when he was shot. Michael Hollins, you're a true fighter, and we're so grateful that you're doing well in your recovery. Round number 3 here, scheduled for 8. Dominating effort so far for Keyshawn Davis, who has outlanded Burgos 44-10 to this point.
You know, if Burgos right now is just attend to just surviving and not being stopped. It's the most defensive I've seen him in his entire career.
Davis is doing something real good right now in his last 30 seconds. He's just touching Burgos. He's not trying to load up. That's going to open up a big shot for him.
And yet that's another layer that we talk about for veterans, not for guys in their 7th fight. That's a calm trait as well that pays off.
That's IQ, and you don't see that this early with most guys. And you saw that big shot just come with that sweeping right hand that Burgos ate right there. It's giving Burgos a lot of different looks. It's a lot more than I think Burgos bargained for.
Bernardo Osuna, our award-winning reporter, was in the corner of Burgos. What are you hearing?
A sense of urgency for former champion Raul Jibaro Perez. He says you've got to open up. You can't let him get comfortable and start throwing to the body. But the tension in that corner continues to grow because they see their guy getting beat up.
A guy that doesn't get beat up to the finish. A guy that survives even if he is outclassed at the top level. Never been stopped in 44 fights.
Burgos has to rely on his brains and his experience because he can't match Keyshawn in any department. So he has to hope that his IQ can allow him to sneak something in or survive the duration of this fight.
23-year-old Keyshawn Davis,
Good
arguably
shot.
the top prospect in the sport, who's racing towards contender status. Timmy, in a division that is ridiculously loaded at 135 pounds.
He's
so
already,
top heavy.
Listen to me. I know what I see. He's already top 10 in my rankings.
He's 6-0, too.
He's already top 10 in my rank. I'm telling you right now. I know where he's going.
Look at the angle he gives to land the body punches.
Complete control, Tess. Every range.
And the uppercut to cap it. We last saw Keyshawn Davis back in September against Omar Tienda. Dominated there with a 5th-round TKO. He looks even sharper here tonight in a tougher challenge against J.C. Burgos, a 3-time world title challenger. Look at the punches landed as we start round number 4. Joe, Tim, and Dre with you ringside here at Madison Square Garden, the annual Heisman Showcase night. And as it has been in recent years, that means you attach the name of Teofimo Lopez to it. There is Teofimo in his locker room, the former undisputed lightweight champion, now his 2nd fight at 140 pounds. Showing off the socks, Timmy. He is never bashful when it comes to the fashion statements.
Hands are free. Work out. Break. Step back. I got you.
Lopez going up against Sandro Martin tonight, the southpaw from Spain, who's never been knocked down, veteran contender. Number 5 in the BC, number 6 in the WBO.
Keep working.
Got about 3.5 rounds left, fellas. It's going to be really hard for Burgos to be standing at the end of this fight if Keyshawn Davis continues to fight the way that he is. His body language says that he's picking up the pace. His energy is high. He's not breathing in the corner. And he's doing all the right things to set Burgos up for a big knockout.
Punch your way out.
Good jab, good boxing, pressing at times, tying up, then stepping out, ripping the body.
He's timed this right uppercut a few times now, Dre.
But that's what he's looking for.
Half a step
but he
back.
set the table to do that.
Oh, look at that body
work.
shot.
That's where you're going to get it.
Oh, the body work is great here. And now the 3-punch combination.
Burgos thought about going down right there,
did.
but he chose not to.
That body shot clearly got to Burgos, and he had to tough it out.
See the deep breath in?
The body's going to be what gets it done, I believe.
He's landed 22 body shots to this point, has Davis.
Because Burgos covering up his head pretty well so far. The body shot.
Coming around the elbows.
Burgos said, let me try
Work
that.
out. Come on, fellas. Work.
Yeah, but Keyshawn, he sees all that coming. You know, in his corner, they know. They study. Student of the game, they know that the left hook is the punch that you have to worry about with Burgos. They've taken that away from him. So what does he have to
That's
do
the shot
now?
right there, the right body shot.
It's a straight right hand to the body again. Full extension.
It's landed
Placed
flush.
well.
Yes, with an 8-ounce glove on. That doesn't feel good. You see Burgos covering that up. You see him covering that side up with that elbow. He's almost saying, go ahead and hit me to the head. I just don't want you to get that body anymore.
There's a good example of it right there, Dre, as he digs those elbows into the side planks. Just complete control by Davis. 3-punch combination, right hand to the head.
Good. Back up. Fight your way out the clinch.
Round number 5 here at Madison Square Garden. Keyshawn Davis, just a sensational performance so far against Juan Carlos Burgos, the veteran. Guys, when we sat down with Keyshawn yesterday, at one point we said, well, how do you feel about this fight and how you're going to perform? He said, I feel like I'll be far more relaxed in this fight. He is.
Yes, he is. But it's all under control with his jab. You know, you hear it coming from the corner. Al Mitchell, trainer that I'm used to, that I grew up with in the amateurs as well. Had a few years with him. It's about the sweet science, controlling everything off the jab. You set the table with that, and then those power shots will come right behind it.
Speaking of the corners, Red Spikes and Al Mitchell are in the corner, the top two guys with Davis, because they're splitting up that group tonight with Bud Crawford fighting later tonight on a pay-per-view. Brian Bomac McIntyre is in Nebraska with Terrence Crawford, who's fighting later tonight. Bernardo.
Don't do that.
Yeah, and Red told me, I asked him to continue to go to the body because Burgos doesn't like it there, and I want him to pick up the pace a little bit. More importantly, Burgos is jumping in with that left hook, and I want Keyshawn to meet him with something right in the middle.
Burgos would literally have to sell out to put himself in the best position to land some shots, meaning he can't worry about being hit. He's got to open up and try to catch Keyshawn in an exchange, because the alternative is just sit back and take those same punches.
Okay.
But now Davis has full leverage and full power on it because there's no resistance from Burgos.
Burgos is just outgunned, Dre. Outgunned from the jump.
Clearly.
He knows it, and he's checked out from round one. He ain't even trying to win. He just trying to survive.
Isn't trying or can't?
He can't, and he's not even trying. He's not even open up. This is not the Burgos I know. This guy throws 60, 70 punches around. He's busy with his offense.
But that's not because of him. It's because of who's opposite him, right?
Exactly. That's my point.
It's all the things that Davis is doing that has Burgos going from wanting to win to forgetting about all of that and just trying to protect himself. That's where he's at right now.
And yet, 24 hours ago, he's talking about flaws that Keyshawn has that he can take advantage of with his experience. He's talking about how a Mexican pressuring style will get to him and get to him early, and we'll really see how he deals with it. We've seen none of that. Another three-punch combination, right hand split the guard.
That sounded good in theory.
That's right. Everything sounds good in the conference room.
Hands are free.
The execution is something different.
Isn't it, Dre? Long jab right to the body, then closes the distance on the inside, showing the defense, firing back, complete package early in the career of Keyshawn Davis. Right hand scores well.
Good.
It's been tonight, and Keyshawn Davis has been handing out some serious punishment to the body, Dre.
Yes, he has. It's educated, it's mean, and it's well placed. Starting with the jab, then you've seen those right hands. That one is borderline. So is that jab, but there's been a lot of right hands coming around the guard. That one was clean. Those kind of shots right there drain an opponent, discourage an opponent, and makes a fighter like Burgos not want to throw. He needs to throw to have a shot in this fight, and Keyshawn has completely taken that away from him.
Timmy, look at these numbers. I mean, 40 bodies shots out of 134 punches. That's punches landed. That's an extraordinary amount through 5 rounds.
This is almost over. Just a matter of time. You can see now.
Taking the angle.
Keyshawn
look at Burgos covering up.
Yeah, but Keyshawn's turning it up right now. He's going for the stoppage. That's what he's looking for.
See, Burgos trying to throw right now while Davis is throwing, but Davis is throwing 3 and 4 shots, and Burgos is throwing 1, and it's just not enough to discourage Keyshawn Davis.
I want to see more body work. I know we did that package. It looked sweet, but I want to see more body work come from Keyshawn if he wants to stop or having a chance of stopping Burgos.
Look at that combination that lands with the left hand to the body.
See, and that's the shot, the liver shot.
Davis letting those hands go. And that lunging left hook to the side. Now roughing it up on the inside as they tie up. And he's asking the New York crowd to get behind him. Being the showman on a showcase night. Look at Keyshawn Davis. He is feeling it.
And there's nothing Burgos can do about it.
Combinations just don't end. And then that long jab to the body. Always able to lean on it.
See Burgos respond with one, but he doesn't want to respond with twos and threes because he's not confident that he can get back in time before Davis responds.
Watch your heads. Work, 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 work. Hands and then hold it. Stop. All right. Stop hold. Come on.
The referee listened to Davis. Said ref, he's home.
Well, he did have his own.
He did. I'm not sure he would have got that warning without some help from Keyshawn Davis.
There's that uppercut again.
The shot that Davis wanted, he wants the right hand on the tempo, on the chin. That's what he's looking for. He keeps stabbing down to the body. He's looking to open that shot up.
Burgos comes forward, just off the mark with a right hand of his own. End of 6, scheduled for 8. Remember, Burgos has never been stopped. U.S. Olympic silver medalists in complete control as the ringside physicians are looking at Juan Carlos Burgos. And they're going to let him go, send him out for this 7th round. Our opening bout, all leading to Teofimo Lopez on a night of the rising stars of the sport. And you are seeing the guy who many consider the best blue chip prospect of all. Bernardo, what do you got?
Raul Jibaro Perez, the former champion, was telling Burgos, you've got to let your hands go. You're still stiff. And now we're into the 7th round. You've got to get into this fight.
Again, he crosses that threshold and again eats that quick viper right uppercut. And there's the warning for pushing off the shoulder.
You don't have to do that hard.
Keyshawn Davis has never seen the 7th round, so another rung on the ladder of development.
He needs it. He needs rounds under his belt.
Let's work.
All young fighters need rounds under their belt.
The other thing they need, Timmy, is adversity at some point to find out what they're about.
I mean, this is what Burgos is supposed to bring.
Hasn't.
But hasn't. The skill level is
no.
low right there.
Okay. You okay? Okay. All right. You don't pull it down. You'll hit. Come on.
Burgos didn't appreciate Davis pulling his head down, and that's a veteran tactic. I'm going to hit you low to get you off of me. He'll take the warning to send the message.
You know, I think would have helped Keyshawn if he would have just glanced over a little bit when he was sitting down in that corner and see all those people standing up, looking and knowing that, hey, they might possibly stop this fight, and I would turn it up if I was Keyshawn.
Well, he may be turning it up right now. In this neutral corner is a right hand that reins in. Big shot comes in from Keyshawn Davis. Oh, and that right uppercut. That lands flush as well. He's just standing right in the kitchen and wailing away on Burgos.
That's where Burgos needs to be, right there. He's got to throw with the young fighter. He can't just catch. He's also got to throw and pitch to put himself in any type of position to land a shot. Still outgunned, but he puts himself in a better position.
Well, he's looking to catch Keyshawn in between with shots. Anytime Keyshawn overshoots, Burgos is looking for that right hand right now.
And you see the old veteran, he never takes his eyes off of Davis. Even when he gets hit, his eyes are still looking at Davis because he's trying to get a shot through. He's just not fast enough to land as often as he wants to.
But again, the maturity of Davis, he's recognizing that and he's slowing things down a bit. And he's picking his shots.
Another 3-punch combination, started with a left hand to the body. Time and again, he will either start or finish to the body. There's a straight right hand, a sweeping right hand. Keyshawn Davis is feeling it here in round 7.
Yes, he is.
It has been a power punch barrage.
That body shot hurt Burgos.
Oh, my goodness.
And a brutal beatdown absorbed by Juan Carlos Burgos in his long career. Came in with 301 total pro rounds, never been stopped in 44 fights. In that last round, he took 33 power punches. Davis landed 33 power punches in that 7th round alone.
You know what you got to worry about when you unleashing like that? Landing combinations high on the head, on the arms, the elbows. You got to worry about your hands getting injured.
Yes.
Keyshawn Davis. You know, he's going to have some sore hands after this matchup. No doubt about it.
I like Davis going the 8-round distance more than I do a knockout. It's cool to say that you were the only guy to stop Burgos, but nobody will remember that when you fight your first 12-rounder or when you're in a tough fight, you're going to need those rounds in the bank to know mentally you can do it and physically you can do it.
There are moments where the hand speed is just absurd. That right hand moments ago is one of them where he just flashes.
And because Burgos is a veteran and he's tough and he's gritty, that's the only reason why he can take that kind of onslaught.
Back up against the ropes for Burgos. Keyshawn probing with that jab. Burgos fights off of it.
Look, I want him to stop. I want him to stop. And I say that because he's hitting them with everything. Everything. And if he's that guy, Keyshawn, if he's that guy, the next one, he should be able to stop a guy like this.
No,
I don't walk away from this in any way judging it whether it's a stoppage or a distance fight. That's just me. Yeah. My eyes tell me all I need to know about Keyshawn Davis right now.
He's on the verge of stopping him almost every round.
I understand that.
This has nothing to do with if Keyshawn, there's no if. Like, so far, he's the guy that he said he was and that we think he is. Burgos, this is a testament to Burgos, and he's a veteran.
Timmy, I would go so far as to say I'm more impressed with him right now than I've ever been.
Well, you were able to see more.
That's why. Which I like.
And he's going to need the rounds.
It'll be fascinating to see how the matchmaking goes, because if he's able to do this at this level, fight number 7, I mean, where do you go from here?
Yeah.
What kind of guy do you select for?
And he wants to be on the fast pace.
I think that's a conversation we will have post-fight on the ESPN app and ESPN Plus on the state of boxing. Final 20 seconds here, and it is just more of the same from the U.S. Olympic medalist, the soon-to-be 7-0 Keyshawn Davis. He played to the crowd. He showed every aspect of the game, all the talent on display, and respect for Burgos, the 34-year-old former world title challenger. You tell me, Tim Bradley.
Look, he's a fantastic young fighter, man. This is why I told you Keyshawn Davis was special. He's a technician, people. He's a master already. 7 fights in of his craft. He controls every aspect of the ring. Mid-range, inside, outside. He understands the weakness of his opponent. He understands their strengths. He takes their strengths away from them. He dominates. This young man is going to the top. No question, people. No question. Pound for pound number 1.
He did it all tonight.
He's going to be pound for pound number 1, Dre.
He did it all tonight. Great performance against a guy like this. Give me the 8 rounds over the knockout any day. There's going to come a time when he needs to hit return, and he's going to need that experience. He needs to know that everybody's not going to fall. This is good for him.
It is.
I like the distance. Kudos to Burgos. He took a lot, and because Davis certainly dished out a lot tonight.
No doubt about it. I'm not knocking the performance. It was fantastic, but I would have loved to see if he could stop Burgos. I know he tried. He didn't, but that would have set him apart, completely apart from the other prospects if he would have got it done. Think about all the guys that Burgos faced. Haney, you know, who's the undisputed at 135.
Let's go to Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Madison Square Garden, after 8 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Tom Carasoni, Eric Marlinski, and Robert Perez all score the bout 80-72 for your winner by unanimous decision. And now the WBO Intercontinental and US NBC lightweight champion, the businessman, Keyshawn Davis.
So Davis moves to 7-0. There's no denying that there will be plenty of talk of how fast, how soon, where does it all go. Probably the only thing that could be a governor on that engine is the reality of who else is in the division. But there he is. Everything that everybody has told you that he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we get straight to the action. Introducing first, out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 134.8 pounds, wearing white trunks. His record, 26 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 10 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a former world title challenger. He represented his homeland in the 2012 Olympics from Stockholm, Sweden. Anthony, can you dig it? Yigit! Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 134.2 pounds, wearing black trunks with red trim. His record is perfect. 7 fights, 7 victories. 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a U.S. Olympic silver medalist. He is the reigning WBO Intercontinental and USBC lightweight champion, repping the 7 cities and his hometown, Norfolk, Virginia, Keyshawn, the businessman, Davis!
The young man who's racing towards contender status, Keyshawn Davis.
No, they're taking longer.
I know.
Last time we saw him was right here in Newark, back in September. Co-feature underneath Shakur Stevenson, Robson Canseso.
Okay, you receive your pre-bout instructions. Keep it clean. Obey my commands at all times. And most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Trunks are good. Touch them up. Good luck.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley with you ringside tonight. Tim, it's one thing to say Keyshawn Davis is the bluest of blue chips, but it's another thing to understand why. Why do you consider him in that very, very elite tier of prospects?
Well, first of all, Tess, just because you were a great amateur doesn't mean that you're going to be a great pro. But the quicker you can band it that amateur style and adjust to the pros, the faster you're going to move forward in here. And that's what this young man has. He has adjusted to the pros quickly. You're going to understand, he's a master of controlling distance. He fights the fight on his terms. Any distance he wants to fight at, inside, outside, mid-range, it doesn't matter. He can do it all in there.
And then has a punishing finishing kick to him as well.
The only thing that I'm waiting for him to be tested is the chin. We always worry about that with a fighter. As soon as he gets hit flush with a big shot, we want to see how it reacts. See if he'll fight back or fight smart.
31-year-old Yigit from Stockholm, Sweden, fought for the world title in 2018. He was TKO'd in 7 against Ivan Baranchek.
See, what you're seeing from Davis right now is he's changing the distance up. He'll get in range, get out of range. He'll move to the side. He'll move off the line. He's confusing Yigit, not allowing him to know when he's going to actually commit with a punch. Yigit is a southpaw. Southpaws usually look to line up that backhand. Orthodox fighters are usually looking to line up the right hand.
Right now, Yigit is seeing a steady dose of Keyshawn Davis's jab. Then he comes with the power hand, that backhand, and then goes to the body with a left hand against Yigit.
See, the position that the Orthodox fighter is looking for, he's looking to get outside control. So pay attention to the lead foot of Davis. When he throws the right hand, 9 times out of 10, he will have his left foot on the outside of Yigit's.
You can see what an effort Yigit is putting forth to try to get that outside foot position. With it, throwing the left hand twice. A check hook that time by Keyshawn Davis.
He hurt him with that shot right there. Did you see Yigit shake it out, shake his hands out? And that's the shot right there that Davis has to be leery of. That looping left hand. Yigit would change his levels, drop down, and loop that left hand over the top.
Davis able to close that range, working behind the jab, then comes with the straight right hand to the body, partially blocked by Yigit.
Tessa, seems like Keyshawn's getting off to a quicker start than we usually see him. He usually takes his time and downloads information. He says he wants to beat his opponent mentally first, but he looked like he's getting after it. It's not finding a hard time landing his shots.
5 seconds.
He's been landing
Stop
clean
at the bell.
punches this entire round.
And of one, Keyshawn Davis in control against Anthony Yigit. We're going to
World,
see
and he's here to stay.
a dynamic ratio of punches landed when you go through the numbers of Shakur Stevenson. 3-to-1 ratio he outlands his opponents. In terms of those who don't call out his name, this is a WBC lightweight title eliminator. The winner of tonight's fight, our main event, is in position to fight for the world championship at 135 pounds. Yet Isaac Cruz, William Zepeda, George Kambosos, who has recently had the belts, all said no. They will take a pass on Shakur Stevenson. It's Shuichiro Yoshino, the undefeated Japanese fighter, who said yes, and give him credit for that. Round number 2 here. In the first round, Keyshawn Davis had a 12-7 connect advantage. He was 12 of 40. 7 of those were power punches.
The moral of the story with Shakur Stevenson, no one wants to get embarrassed. That's just it. You don't necessarily, you would think that him not being a power puncher, that people will fear him. They fear him. Fighters fear him because they do not want to get humiliated.
Yigit trying to corral Davis in that corner.
I actually like that hook that Davis is throwing. He's pulling, he's stepping left, getting outside, and he's swinging the left hook. And sometimes you'll have his foot on the inside in foot position, and he lands the hook. We talk about the right hands all the time, Tess, against the southpaw. It's a straight line from the right side of an orthodox fighter, right on the chin of the southpaw. But we never talk too much about the left hook. It's a valuable weapon against the southpaw.
Davis showing us some of his movement as well here in round number 2. Both his footwork to get away and his upper body movement defensively. Veteran referee Benji Esteves.
Let's keep it clean. Come on.
Well, Yigit is landing on his second attempt, so he'll cross that threshold and he'll be in some kind of like different position or an awkward position, but then he'll let the second shot go, and sometimes he lands on Davis.
Good double jab from Davis moments ago. Also switched things up, and there's a straight right hand that he led with, and then the 1-2 that backs it up.
Yeah, but he stepped to the 45 angle to land that, to make the left hand of Yigit miss. See, orthodox fighters can do the same thing that a southpaw do. Southpaws usually use that 45-degree angle off to the side with their back foot. They'll pull it off left and throw the left hand.
No punching, no punching.
Going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll tell you about a big announcement that's coming up live during this Top Rank ESPN show. Don't go anywhere. Round number 3, as we told you, this is the second appearance in Newark, New Jersey for Keyshawn Davis. And then we saw him at Madison Square Garden in New York on Heisman night. He has a 14-5 connect advantage in that last round. Yet to be outlanded by an opponent in total connects in now his 35 rounds as a pro. Joining us live will be Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez at the conclusion of this fight. That was a slip. So Teofimo Lopez, the former king of this division, the lightweights that are in our focus with both this fight and then Shakur Stevenson. And Josh Taylor, recently the owner of all 4 belts at junior welterweight, will be live with us after this Keyshawn Davis-Anthony Yigit fight. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Bomac in the corner of Keyshawn, and he says he's doing well, but I want him to stay in the pocket more because Yigit is wide with his punches, and I think we can break him down inside.
Bomac, the trainer of Keyshawn Davis, a.k.a. Brian McIntyre, the longtime cornerman of welterweight champion Bud Crawford.
A lot of low-level feints. Lead guard feints. That's that looping shot right there.
The left hand from Yigit was just off the mark.
Yigit will lean to his right and kind of hide that left hand.
Three-punch combination from Keyshawn Davis. It started with the hook to the body. Right hand to the body. Just a straight, solid right to the body. Now he gets to the inside. Three-punch combination ends with a right hand upstairs. Good work from Davis. In control, stepping forward. Having success here in round 3. Yigit trying to inch forward. Close that gap. And an uppercut meets him when he crosses that threshold. And he backs away.
Don't push, don't push. Come on, don't push.
See the physicality of Keyshawn Davis. Another hook up top with a straight left to the body. He's had success with that straight right to the body, and then took an angle, dug in with a left hand to the body, and in doing so against the southpaw, a clash of heads.
Over there.
You can see Keyshawn immediately putting that glove to his left eye.
You know, take your time. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Ouch. Tess, I got a lot of experience with that. A lot of experience. That hurts.
Let me know when you're ready, right? Stay here.
And Keyshawn,
be careful with your head,
you
okay?
can see the pain he's going through. The pain
there is no blood.
Going through. There isn't any blood, but it still stings, still bothers him, still bothers you.
You're good. Just don't retaliate, okay? Let's go. Time in.
So pause in the action with the clash of heads here in round number 3 that affected Keyshawn Davis. End of 3.
Great instructions right there from Bomac. He's letting him know exactly what he needs to do. A lot of times you get trainers that just tell you what you should do, but they don't tell you how to do it.
Look at the connect percentage for Davis, as you saw him at 37% of his thrown punches connecting against Yigit. Yigit only at 11%. That plus-minus gap is something we will key in on later tonight when we frame the story of Shakur Stevenson. He has the best plus-minus in all of boxing and the hit and don't get hit style of boxing. Davis in control here in the midst of round 4. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Eric Skoglund, who is Yigit's trainer, and he wants him to move to his right, throw the left to the body, and then follow it up with a right to the head of Keyshawn.
And stay away from that right hand that just came in from Keyshawn Davis. Four-punch combination, doubling up the right hand to the body. Loves the right hand to the body, Timmy.
It's a great shot. It's a great punch to land on the southpaw. Lines up perfectly to the body. Ooh, and the left hook, and then he rolled under the lead hand of Yigit and caught him with another left hook.
12 body connects to this point.
The accuracy, the skill set that you're seeing from Davis, superb.
Yigit able to get to the inside for a moment, and Davis just swatted him away.
Well, Davis is taking some off the glove. Some of it is making contact, but Davis doesn't feel any pop from Yigit. So he doesn't respect his offense. Yigit right now is doing his best to make things difficult for the younger Davis. But Davis doesn't seem fazed at all by any of the tactics that he's trying to use.
Davis just using that jab to put him into that blue corner, and when he does, firing off the three-punch combination.
So you can tell that Yigit's not comfortable, Tess. Very jittery in there. Moving left, moving right. He doesn't want to get hit with those big shots from Davis.
Left uppercut just snapped his head up. Remember, Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor live with Mark Kriegel at the conclusion of this fight.
The end is near, Tess.
5 seconds.
The end is near.
Right now, the end of round 4 is near.
Time.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. And in part by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. Well, this was the moment just earlier tonight when the Olympian, the 2-division world champion, the hometown hero, Shakur Stevenson, arrived at his locker room. And Timmy, he received a custom ping pong table. I knew you went back and had a visit with Shakur, and everybody was gathered around there. His grandfather and trainer, Wally Moses, was sitting there playing a little ping pong.
Yeah.
Shakur's reaction? Can I take that home with me? Absolutely. It's your gift. Welcome home.
It's awesome. You know, when you're on top, everybody want to be close to you, one. And I'm going to tell you, you take everything that's free. Anything that's free, you take it, because when you're not on top, they're not going to show you that same love.
Well, right now, Shakur Stevenson has been on top of 2 weight classes, and he's looking to conquer a third. Keyshawn Davis in the midst of round 5 here against Anthony Yigit, and then the big man comes your way. That is Jared Anderson, 13-0 with 13 knockouts. He's up against George Arias, the 18-0 Bronx-based heavyweight. Heavyweight action coming up. We'll see if Jared Anderson can keep the knockout streak alive. 13 straight knockouts to start his career. Davis utilizing that left hand with success.
More accuracy too, Tess. More accuracy. Yigit's having his spots. He had it about 20 seconds ago.
Watch time. Stop.
You can see redness around the left side of the face of Yigit.
Let's go.
See,
there's that wide sweeping left hand.
What Yigit is doing, he's just being reactive. So as soon as he sees Davis coming in, he'll land a few combinations, but as soon as he sees Davis get relaxed on the inside, that's when he let his hands go.
Davis just picked his spots moments ago, caught him with that right hand. Yigit trying to be the aggressor on the inside. Davis has no problem with that, landing a left hook, coming back with the right hand before going shoulder to shoulder in the separation of the break from Benji Esteves.
Yeah, Yigit is showing some elusiveness inside the ring. I mean, Davis was complaining to his trainer and saying, Bomac saying that, hey, it's really hard to throw combinations because he's so slippery, so elusive. You know, when you have that problem, what you need to do is you need to pay attention downstairs. The body is the bigger target. The body was turned and twisting things, but it's attached to the body. The head can be moved.
Look at this work from Davis. Excellent job tripling up that left hook. 2 times upstairs, once to the body, and then a straight right hand, and now having a lot of success going to the right uppercut as well.
Floodgates are open now. Yigit is standing still.
Another body shot comes in. Combination with a series of uppercuts as Yigit tries to fight back, but he is taking and eating and getting beaten by Davis. Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley ringside here in Brick City. That was a dominating final minute of round number 5 by Keyshawn Davis. Tim, take us through it.
Stop. Keep your mouth shut.
Just tons of accuracy here by the young man. Just letting his hands go inside the pocket. Yigit just out of position. Got those earmuffs on, leaving a ton of openings around the guards of Yigit.
Davis landed a fight-high 25 power punches in that 5th round, and he's picking up that similar pace here early on in round 6. Look at the power punch numbers, 51% for Keyshawn Davis.
Come on, guys, it's box. That's all.
A lot of talking going on there. You know, Davis, he just seems like the type, he just tries to beat you mentally. You know, he likes to get in his fighters' heads or his opponent's heads.
Enough, Anthony.
And this is a very experienced guy in terms of Yigit, a guy who's fought for a world championship, a guy who has been an Olympian, a guy who's famous back home in Sweden. In fact, he's going to go back home and be on a reality competition show that's going to start filming immediately.
See a lot of things off the front foot from Davis. Stand directly in front of Yigit, making him miss and then making him pay.
closing that distance, chopping down with the right hand, coming back with a left hook, and now getting him into that corner again, probing with the left hand, landing it to the body. Yigit clearly not posing much of a threat to him when he's in that pocket, as he's just bullying here in these middle rounds.
Complete control, Tess. He has complete control of Yigit. Yigit only lands on Davis when Davis allows him to.
Yigit coming in with that left hand. Oh, look at that work from the left of Davis. Uppercut, hook, hook. Goes back to the left uppercut. To the right uppercut. He's just having fun here in round 6, Timmy.
Target practice. Here it comes, Tess.
Excellent work from Keyshawn Davis.
Right now, Keyshawn is managing his energy right now, and he feels Yigit is starting to wear down a bit, so he's pouring on the combinations.
Doubles up the left uppercut again. Excellent combinations. Christian Colbert is the cut man in the corner of Anthony Yigit. He was trying to tame that nose as it was bleeding throughout the between corners, is sitting on the stool. That's from all the uppercuts, Timmy, that he ate from Davis.
Splitting the guard right there, lead uppercut. 2 punches right there that you rarely ever see against a southpaw. Seeing Davis land him flush, taking advantage of that high guard that Yigit is deferring to every time he's close to him.
So here's Keyshawn Davis, who comes in 7-0 and has said, listen, just advance my career, guys, as fast as you can. And now he's 39 rounds into his career, and he's yet to be outlanded by an opponent. Yigit had his best round in the last round, and it was the first round any opponent has ever had double-digit connects against Keyshawn Davis.
Because he allowed him to. You know, sometimes you need your opponent to get comfortable and let his hands go. And when anytime your opponent, your hands leave your face, Tess, there's openings. And he understands that. He's looking to punch in between the shots of Yigit.
But still, with that, Davis able to go 31 of 55. And now here round 7, touching him with that left hook to the body again.
That's going to be the stoppage right there. The left hook to the liver is where he's going to stop.
Yigit comes back with a short right hand on the inside. Keyshawn pounds his chest and said, yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yigit's in survival mode right now. That's what he's in, survival mode.
They are talking and John right up against each other as blood continues to stream down from the nose of Yigit. And Yigit says, meet me right here in the middle of the ring. Blood pouring from his nose, from his mouth. See if Keyshawn draws him in here.
He ain't winning the fight. All that screaming and hollering and yelling. Watch what happens.
Yigit playing to the crowd, but getting much of the same punishment.
This ain't no game show, Tess. This is real.
Now what, he says to him, now what? Meanwhile, his mouth is streaming blood, his nose is streaming blood, and it's getting a little rough there, and Benji Esteves is going to take control of him.
Come on, guys, come on. Time in.
A little frustration sinking in on Davis.
Good work on the inside from Davis. Got the best of that exchange. Yigit, I think, is desperate in knowing his only hope is to have this become an all-out brawl and just land something. Land a lottery ticket kind of punch. You can hear the thud coming from Davis's work.
5 seconds. Come on, man. Let's be pro. go.
Big crowd here
Let's
in
go.
Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center, because it is Shakur Stevens' second straight fight
Anthony, knock it off.
back at home. Shakur Stevenson will be coming up in the main event against the undefeated contender from Tokyo, Japan, Shuichiro Yoshino. This is the scene right now in the locker room of Shakur.
Bring no punching. Hands ahead. Don't fucking come in and kiss me. Come on, let's go.
A big smile that always lights up every arena as he's been watching his good friend Keyshawn Davis in the midst of round number 8. Keyshawn commanding performance with a 143-50 connect advantage against the former title challenger Anthony Yigit.
Crowd's getting a little restless.
Loading up on those left hands, now backs him up with 2 headshots. Those white trunks are turning pink on Yigit. Series of punches up top. Left uppercut comes in. Some head movement from Yigit just to stay in it. And now showboats in the corner as Keyshawn smothers him.
That's just the only way Yigit stand in this fight, Tess. He's psychologically psyching himself out to stay in this fight. He's taking a beating right now from Davis.
Keyshawn standing right in front. Just little shoulder rolls, little parries, blocking with his arms and throwing back. And now burying his head into the chest of Yigit. And a short right hand as Yigit bull rushes and ends up on the canvas. Yigit complaining that he was kneed and is reaching for his jaw. The mouthpiece needs to be replaced.
Let's go. Put that one in.
Let's see if he need him. Oh. Yes, Tess. Yes, he did. That wasn't nice at all. Yigit was complaining about a knee. Yes, it was a knee to the head. Left hook on the inside.
Trying to punch between punches right in the middle of the ring. Davis comes with a straight right hand. Now the series of punches up top. Long right hand. Yigit goes to the body. Takes a left hand to the body in that exchange. Right uppercut comes in. Right hand comes in and Yigit's in trouble here. Closing moments of round 8. Keyshawn Davis putting forth damage as it takes it to the bell in round 8. Oh! What a body shot! Brick City! He just got a brick to the belly! What a devastating body shot from Keyshawn Davis!
That's a knockdown.
Knockdown scored in the closing seconds of round 8 with an absolute wrecking ball body shot.
Davis turning on the fire right now. Beautiful. Bolo-like scooping left, right hook down to the body. My goodness, he weaved underneath the left hook right there. Boom, right in the solar plex. Taking the life out of Yigit. Sucking it right out. Ooh-wee. Right to the solar plex. I can't believe Yigit got up from that shot. Extreme toughness from that man there, Yigit. Crucial shot right there.
Fight high 32 power punches landed in round number 8. Scheduled for 10. Yigit absorbing a lot of punishment.
Tess, they need a sign on Davis that says, do not motivate. You see what can happen if you motivate. I'm going to call him a killer. That's what he is, a killer in the ring.
Trying to close the show right here. And that's it. Keyshawn Davis with a TKO victory over Anthony Yigit. A few days ago, Keyshawn Davis told Anthony Yigit, I'll do whatever I want to do to you. He turned to him and said, can you dig it, Yigit? Well, he dug it. He dug right in with that body shot at the end of 8 and then closed it up in round number 9 with a TKO victory. With CompuBox numbers, that'll just blow you away. And all the results will show up on Anthony Yigit's face, because Keyshawn Davis landed 152 power punches. Timmy, here's how it ended.
Yeah, checking his temperature. I mean, the last round, he dropped him with a body shot, so he came out blazing. Again, do not motivate this young man. Yigit has been enticing and trying to get this young man mad, and you see what can happen. I think the fight was stopped a little bit too premature for my liking. I know Yigit wasn't fighting back, but he was trying to defend himself well. He was tucking his guards up, you know, and look at his eyes. He looks perfectly fine right here, but the referee steps in and says, I've seen enough of it.
To that point, Yigit had absorbed 183 total punches, 46 body shots, including the brutal knockdown moments before that in the 8th round. And power punch percentage of Keyshawn Davis was 55%. Timmy, you abide by the rule that if power punch percentage hits 50, fight is over.
The fight is over.
It's a TKO.
It's going to be a TKO
55% of his power punches landed. Let's make it official. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey, referee Benji Estevez calls a stop to this bout at 21 seconds of round number 9, declaring your winner by technical knockout and still WBO Intercontinental and US WBC lightweight champion, Keyshawn, the businessman Davis!
Remember, we're moments away from a major announcement and a live visit with world champion Josh Taylor and former undisputed champion and former undisputed lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez, plus Jared Anderson, the heavyweights coming up next. But right now, let's go to the ring to Bernardo.
Keyshawn, you get the victory. You said that it was fun because you'd never had an opponent that talked like Yigit. How much fun was it?
Oh man, it was fun. We was both talking trash in the ring, and he kind of brought that anger out me today, but I had to find a way to control it, and we got the victory.
You talked about breaking him down physically and mentally. What was the key to finally stopping a man who was relentless?
I really just asked Gomez what to do, and he told me start moving to my left more, use more feints, and then it'll come to me, and the knockout's gonna come.
Lightweight division is stacked. What does this mean for you in terms of where you are in this weight class?
Hey, for that other southpaw on the other side of the street, this is an example for you. But I probably can do you a little earlier than that. You and Earl keep saying this, that, and third. I want to fight, but y'all calling out other fighters. Why is that? I want to fight you. I want to fight you. You feel me? If you want to fight, let me know, because I want to fight.
All right, Joe. Looks like Keyshawn wants to fight.
Trying to get himself to 9-0 and make another statement.
You both had your instructions, so you know what I expect. A clean championship fight, obey my commands, and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
I can't wait for Keyshawn Davis to come out. He told us in the fighter meeting yesterday exactly what he's going to do. He said he was going to come out and put the heat on Pedraza right away. Right from the opening bell. Let's see if he stays true to that.
What's the opposite in Francesco Pedraza?
Pedraza's a boxer, savvy boxer, fights off his back foot. You know, sneaky. If you allow him to gain confidence, if you allow him to start getting in his rhythm and finding his mark, he can become somewhat of a sore thumb in there. He has a lot of experience against top opposition. In tests, in the fighter meetings, in the fighter meeting we had yesterday, he had a lot of confidence going into this fight.
Well, he's got a lot of experience, to your point. 7 times he has gone the 12-round distance. This 10-round co-feature before we get to the return of George Kambosos. He's going up against the veteran from England, Maxie Hughes, in an IBF title eliminator. Davis, the 2021 Olympic silver medalist. Davis has been fast-tracked and has been so impressive. He came out with the statement last time. He said, listen, I don't want any more development kind of fights. Sitting here at 24 years old. You know, it's Timmy, we think of him a certain way because obviously he stayed in the amateurs to get to the Olympics and win the silver medal in 21. And he's 8-0. He's the same age as Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, I understand that. And Devin Haney has accomplished a lot, but Devin Haney, he started his career off,
right,
you know, when he was 16 years old,
down
fighting
in Mexico.
Exactly. So he has a ton of experience, and he's kind of built his resume up. Whereas Keyshawn Davis, what's the rush for? Honestly, take your time. You know, build your market, build your fan base, because when you get to that title shot and you become a world champion, you want to be selling out arenas.
Double jab, straight right hand, was able to split the guard against Pedraza.
Yeah, you can see the speed already. Starting to take control of this fight. Pedraza already is just basically right now trying to find an opportunity to land a shot. Keyshawn is putting a lot of pressure on him, which is physical pressure and also mental pressure, and hitting him upside his head at the same time. So Pedraza's dealing with a whole lot right now. And Keyshawn is staying relaxed, poised, under control, and just picking his spots wisely. Good combination right there from Pedraza. Nothing landed at all, but I'm pretty sure it put some sort of impression on the judges' faces.
End of round one of our co-feature. Keyshawn Davis, Francesco Pedraza.
Tonight, will we see him be a champion again, and will he be fodder for young lions such as this, Keyshawn Davis?
And that's who's in the ring right now, round number 2 against Pedraza.
Pedraza now has changed his game plan. Now he's coming after Keyshawn. First round, he was fighting off his back foot. Now he's deciding to put a little bit more offense up, maybe step on the tempo, but what that's going to do is that's going to open him up. Keyshawn is a counterpuncher, a natural counterpuncher. He can fight off his front foot. He can fight off his back foot. He can do a little bit of everything.
There's a 2-division world champion, Shakur Stevenson, who just entered the building as he's walking past our set and making his way ringside, talking about stars in the lightweight division. Shakur Stevenson could greatly benefit from the news we're hearing about Devin Haney. We will talk to Shakur a little later on.
Keyshawn's the type of fighter to take his time. He's not going to rush things. I know what he told us in the fighter meeting. He came out aggressive, but he didn't land too much offense being aggressive. He's in there with a savvy veteran in Pedraza, but he takes his time. And once he starts finding his mark and he starts to break down Pedraza little by little, you'll see more and more offense coming from him.
Placing that right hand to the body. He's targeting that body for a moment is Davis.
See, but Pedraza, he needs to get on his jab. You know, the space between the two, there's nothing being occupied. You know, if he uses his jabs, now he gives Keyshawn something to worry about. Good body shot right there on the exit.
Keyshawn backed up. Pedraza came with the right hand.
See, but that's cutting off the ring, believe it or not. You're punching where your opponent is going. That's a part of cutting off the ring. You can corral your opponent by stepping in front of him and put him in against the ropes, or you can punch where he's going.
See how calm Davis is defensively in that last exchange. Utilizing the jab himself.
Well, that's the reason why he feels that he's ready for 12 rounds, is so he remains so calm in there. He can turn it up when he wants to. Right now, he's playing mind games. That's what he's doing. He's playing mind games with Pedraza. Pedraza's coming forward now, trying to get aggressive and trying to just change the tempo, put the heat on the young man.
Back, you guys.
But Davis doing a good job right there, showing that he's tactically savvy and tying up Pedraza and not allowing him to work.
End of 2. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone. And in part by Geico. See how easy it is to bundle all your insurance needs. Shawnee, Oklahoma, home to tonight's lightweight action. Our co-feature right now, Keyshawn Davis and Francesco Pedraza. And then, of course, our lightweight title eliminator, a huge opportunity for Maxie Hughes and George Kambosos to end up in the top 2 in the IBF. Davis with a 20-10 connect advantage as we begin round number 3.
Davis using the first down of defense, Tess. He's just using his legs, getting out of range, letting Pedraza fall short with his shots, and just looking for some openings.
Bernardo Osuna, of course, our ace ringside reporter. What are they saying in the corner of Pedraza?
I just spoke with his brother Biagio, and he told me, look, I want my brother to keep boxing. I want him to make sure that his opponent is not able to just get one shot off, because that's what he's looking for. So if we keep pressuring him and bring up the pace of the fight, that's going to work in our favor.
Like what we just saw moments ago, even though nothing was landed, just tripling up the jab can be somewhat effective for him.
Yeah, it definitely can. I mean, gives him a sense of confidence. At the same time, he's letting his hands go, and you see your opponent not letting his hands go. But you got to say, Keyshawn is just being calculated tonight. Not sure if he's having a hard time finding the rhythm of Pedraza, but he found his mark right there, I have to say.
Well, isn't it interesting how he can switch gears there? And just in that moment, he can close the gap, he can give angles, and he can get the shots off.
Yes. Great eyes, great vision.
He does. And he's very twitchy, too. He is a quick twitch athlete. There's a right hand to the body that was effective.
But Pedraza's not bad also. You know, he's well put together. He had his hands up. Looked like a real pro, has a ton of experience. You know, he's in there trying. He's just getting outgunned in spots. It's more the technical thing. He's getting beat technically right now.
Pedraza hasn't lost in his last 10 fights. Was in against Edis Tatley in 2017. Lost by split decision then. Of course, we saw Tatley at Madison Square Garden just a couple years later. His first fight in the United States. Lives in Belgium. His family's originally from Italy. He's born and raised in Belgium.
That's it right there, Tess. I mean, the jab. Not seeing a whole lot of jabs coming from Keyshawn. And when he uses jab, it lands.
Back up, Keyshawn. Okay.
Defeated Keyshawn Davis against Francesco Pedraza as we begin round number 4. Mark Kriegel, how do you score it early?
I got 3 rounds to none for Keyshawn. Look, Keyshawn's a notoriously impatient fighter when it comes to his career. He's been very patient tonight. He's got Pedraza chasing, and Pedraza's not a chaser. And when Pedraza misses, he misses by a lot, which tells me that Keyshawn has a really fair handle on how to maintain distance.
Notoriously impatient, Mark describes him. Like this past April, when we saw him win by TKO against a former title challenger in Anthony Yigit, and he immediately called for a title shot. Immediately called for a title shot.
Well,
Listen, he passes the eye test, but there isn't a need for that right away. Although when you see the talent and when you see what he's capable of, you understand why people talk about him the way they do.
I just want to know why he's fighting back foot most of this fight or this round so far. Keyshawn, you know, you're fighting against a boxer. You know, somebody's going to have to choose who's going to fight. Who's going to sit on the back foot and counter and occasionally move forward, or who's going to fight. Right now, we're starting to see some offense from Keyshawn. But again, no jabs, a lot of waiting, a lot of posing.
And there's a live look of what is going on in the locker room of the recent undisputed lightweight champion, George Kambosos, surrounded by his family. Takes great pride in his family, a Greek Aussie. He's got that Spartan war cry tattooed across his back. Never retreat, never surrender. And he is in a position in his career now where there will be no retreat. Of course, after pulling off one of the great upsets in recent years when he beat Teofimo Lopez, and then the back-to-back fights against Devin Haney, giving way of the 4 belts, and now in a position with news we're getting that there's the expectation that Haney moves to 140 pounds. The dominoes fall at the lightweight division. Belts open back up. This a title eliminator, so he could be in contention to fight for a title again soon if he can get past Maxie Hughes in our main event. Keyshawn coming forward, just missed with the right hand.
Yeah, this quintessential Keyshawn Davis. This is the way he approaches every single fight. He takes his time. He's patient. Once he starts feeling his man starting to kind of come down with energy a little bit, then he presses on the gas pedal. But I think Pedraza, he's here to win.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking with him in the fighter meeting, he told us that he trained for this fight. He knew sooner or later he was going to get in the ring with Keyshawn. He says, I have the experience, but there you go. Here comes Keyshawn.
4-punch combination, picking up the pace just a little bit. Pedraza tries to rally back, closing moments in round number 4. Take a quick break, be right back with the lunging left hand.
Seconds out. Relax.
Yeah.
Stay there to the bell.
Are you able to see that great work on that split box during the commercial break of what Keyshawn Davis was able to do in the final minute against Pedraza? He outlanded him 18-5 in that round, according to CompuBox. The CompuBox numbers, the superlatives when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, have been something. Early on in his career, and this is fight number 9, he's never been outlanded in terms of total connects in now all 46 rounds as a pro.
Punch. I got it. Step back.
No, honestly, I mean, you can see the professionalism in Keyshawn.
Stop. No. Be careful. Don't punch.
And the dedication from this young man, you know, in the training. I can see his defense is getting a lot better. Defensive skills are getting a lot better.
That's a point of emphasis tonight.
Yes,
Every time you go to the corner, you're going to listen in to Brian McIntyre, Bomac, his trainer, also the trainer of welterweight champion Bud Crawford. He says, just keep the defense tight, especially when you're going back. Keep those hands up.
Thing is like,
just punch.
When you're watching the Keyshawn fight, you're sitting here and you're saying, okay, what's special about the kid? What's special about the kid? You know, you see the arsenal, but you don't see nothing really glaring at you. And then all of a sudden, when he chooses to turn it on, something magical just happens. I'm just waiting for that moment to happen right now, Tess, in any of these rounds.
Look at the confidence as he's using the upper body movement, using his legs defensively, able to get out of the way of anything Pedraza put forth.
Yeah, reflexes as well, great vision. But see, when Pedraza misses with all those shots, that takes something out of him.
Yes, it does.
He's throwing punches, shadow boxing at the air. He's not hitting anything. That energy is not going anywhere. And now Keyshawn push and pull. Now Keyshawn is pushing forward now.
Doubles up the left uppercut. He's had success when he's had him up against the ropes, and Pedraza decides to cover up. Now back to the center of the ring. You can hear Bomac saying, take the speed up on him.
Good shots right there from Pedraza. Caught Keyshawn out of position, playing around a little bit.
Yep.
He just let those hands go and caught him with that right hand.
He was over-leaning to that right side,
to the right side,
shoulder roll, and he decided, okay, I'll close the gap on that if it's not going to be a threat.
Yes.
No knockdown. You good? Keep your hair.
Mark Nelson, our referee, just cleaning things up after that slip against the ropes.
Break, don't punch. Step back.
Coming to the halfway point of our co-feature here in Oklahoma.
Time.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley back with you ringside here at the Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. A very good stretch of boxing coming your way as we're in the midst of seeing Keyshawn Davis at the halfway mark against Francesco Patera with a 62-31 connect advantage. Doubling him up, we told you he has a superb CompuBox mark. He came into this with a 4.9-to-1 ratio of outlanding his opponents so far early in his career. As we're at the halfway mark, and I think anytime you get these rising star prospects, fringe contenders, and you think about the levels to me and who they're in against, how much of a test is Patera in your mind to this point?
He has a ton of experience, and that's what you're saying right now. And I think Keyshawn is surprised of how well and how savvy Patera is. He has him running on his back foot, getting out in spots, making him uncomfortable, catching him with spots when he least expected.
See what's coming your way Tuesday. Mention what a big stretch it is for boxing and Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. It doesn't get better than that. Tuesday morning, July 25th, Stephen Fulton against Naoya Inoue. Fulton, of course, the unified champion at 122 pounds. Inoue, arguably the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, the undisputed champion at 118, moving up, and they decide to fight each other right away. That fight will come your way Tuesday morning. It's in Tokyo, so it'll be 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll begin the fight coverage. We think approximately 8 a.m. Eastern time will be the title fight between Cool Boy Steph and the monster Naoya Inoue. Cannot wait for that fight.
He's special. Both those guys are special. Fulton and Inoue. We're going to find out who's the best between those two real soon.
We know fight fans will be getting up early. Breakfast with the monster and Cool Boy Steph. And by the way, if you can't see it at that hour, we get it. It's a Tuesday morning. The fight's in Tokyo primetime. If you can't see it at that hour, the fight will be available to you on ESPN Plus. So you want to watch it a little later on, get home, Fulton Inoue, just go to ESPN Plus for a full replay of that fight on Tuesday, July 25th.
Woo! Left hook wobbled those legs on Keyshawn.
There have been some moments from Patera.
Yes, yes, sneaky left hook.
And now the combination starts upstairs and finishes to the body. But Patera's been game. He's willing to step right into that kitchen just through the right hand moments ago.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you're playing around. When you're playing around and you're goofing off and you're not being serious and you're not fighting, you leave room for mistakes.
Obey the bell here.
Patera doing a good job of taking advantage of that.
Be a clean round, guys. Keep it clean.
That is the punch of the night. And right now we are in round number 7. Keyshawn Davis, at moments he has been tested tonight from the veteran, the 30-year-old, 28-win veteran Francesco Patera.
Let your hands go.
Davis, the U.S. Olympic silver medalist, came in 8-0 in a red-hot division. I mean, this lightweight division, Tim, at every level of it, whether it's the undisputed title fights we've seen recently, the contenders, Shakur Stevenson is sitting here ringside tonight, all the way through the prospects. At every level of 135 pounds, the lightweight division is delivering.
It's on fire. The best division in boxing.
By far. Bernardo, what is Bomac saying in the corner of Keyshawn Davis?
He wants Keyshawn to get busier because he said, look, Patera over the last couple rounds has landed some BS shots that look really good for the judges, so we've got to correct that and get active.
See, and that's exactly what he needs to do. You know, he was allowing Patera to let his hands go. Yes, he was missing, but sooner or later something got in there. What Keyshawn needs to do is he needs to counter some of those shots, and if he counters often, then he'll shut down Patera.
Right hand to the body, then came upstairs. Here Bomac saying 2 and 3 off the jab. See if he comes with that right cross, left hook finish. After getting some work, there's a short counter right hand from Keyshawn Davis. And now doubling up that jab as he sends Patera back.
Patera just looking for the low points in the offense of Keyshawn. That's it.
Just fill those gaps.
That's it. That's all he's looking for. Keyshawn needs to get a little bit more on his offense. He's starting to pour it on now and putting the pressure on Patera. And see, and that's what you want to do. You want to drain your man physically and also psychologically as well by putting the pressure on him, making him make mistakes, forcing those mistakes out of him. Good shot right there.
There's
right
a 1-2. The right hand over the top was able to land for Davis.
A ton of missed opportunities for Keyshawn to counter. Patera's giving him those opportunities, but Keyshawn is not pulling the trigger on him.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Behind a good jab. Behind a good jab.
Good stab jab down to the body right there. Got Patera's attention. That's one way to slow down your opposition. That hurt him. You see him backpedaling,
yes,
getting out. That hurt him.
No doubt about it. Back here in Shawnee, Oklahoma, Keyshawn Davis with a 91-41 connect advantage. That stab jab to the body that you pointed out at the end of the last round.
Yeah, and it hurt Patera. You know, I saw the reaction. You know, body language tells you everything. You see that right arm right there tucked down to his side. That tells you right there that he hurt him with that shot.
And then the 5 steps backwards to follow up. Just create some distance there. We'll try to walk that off. Mark Kriegel, what's your card say?
Mike, shutout 7-0. But at the end of the 5th round, Bomac told Keyshawn, hey, you've got to dominate the entire round. And I saw 5 and 6 get closer and closer. I think that one of the things that Keyshawn's coming up against is not just a lack of complete aggression, but something with imagination. He needs just a little bit more here. He has to dominate the entire round if he wants to send the right statement.
Mark, you mentioned rounds 5 and 6. He was raising up the pace of his action up to the 4th round. He threw 51 punches, but then came down a little bit in round 5 and 6, throwing 37 and 39 punches in those 2 rounds. Round number 8 here now scheduled for 10. Then we will have our main event. Maxie Hughes taking on George Kambosos, a lightweight title eliminator. Of course, come Tuesday morning, it is the unified junior featherweight champion, Stephen Fulton, taking on the ultimate challenge when he goes up against the monster. For many, pound for pound, the #1 fighter in the world, Naoya Inoue. That is on ESPN Plus early Tuesday morning. 2 right hands from Davis.
Well, he's starting to find his mark now. Got his timing down. And he's gets Patera exactly where he needs him.
Oh! And he scores the knockdown! Just like you said, when he decides to go for it, he finds it.
You got it. Walk to me. You want to continue?
50 seconds left in round number 8. Keyshawn, let's see how he closes against a veteran like this. Staying calm right now, not rushing into things after scoring the knockdown. Probes to the body, goes with the left hook underneath. Half a minute to go in round number 8. Patera floored moments ago. Now the headshots upstairs. Left hook to the body at the end of that combination. Patera firing back. Double jab right hand of his own. Posting is Keyshawn with the left, looking to fire the right to the body. Patera gamely fighting right to the bell after being floored. Blood coming from his nose.
Came back hitting, man.
After the first combination,
I've knocked 3 over so far in my life.
This is exactly what I was talking about. You see the defense right there from the young man, Keyshawn Davis, just rolling his shoulders, letting that right hand go, shoulder roll, beautiful right hand, catching Pedraza on his way in, standing with his right hand. Look at that. Textbook.
That is textbook.
Textbook Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll.
When we
right
say
there.
shoulder roll right hand, and Shakur knows, they are great friends.
Shoulder roll.
As they are in the gym all the time together with Brian Bomac McIntyre and that Terrence Bud Crawford team.
Get the water.
And that was as good as it gets. The shoulder roll right hand to score the knockdown in round number 8. In round number 8, a fight high 27 punches landed, 68 thrown. 18 of those connects were power punches. So Keyshawn Davis in complete control here.
See, what I like in the demeanor of Pedraza is that although he did get dropped in that last round, he's coming out and he's being the aggressor.
No, that's okay.
That's experience. He's not allowing Keyshawn to set up shop on him and gain any more confidence after that last round. So he's stepping to him and giving him something to worry about.
Well, he said, I will not be intimidated by this challenge. I came here to the States to show myself. He just caught another right hand. You can see some markings around under the eyes, blood coming from the nose, another combination that finishes to the body, but still he's trying to fire back.
Pedraza still dangerous. Still got some heavy shots. Technique hasn't went by the wayside yet. Still throwing some left hooks and looping right hands, and he's trying to time Keyshawn. He wants him to get over inches, or he's trying to catch him in between his punches. That's why you're seeing Keyshawn taking his time, picking his spots. He's not rushing his attack, even though he had his man hurt the last round, because he knows he's dangerous.
Tara goes to the body with a left hand.
We'd love to see more body work from Keyshawn. Not enough body work, I don't believe, tonight.
Able to lift his head moments ago. You see a little blood in the mouth of Pedraza.
See that shot right there, the left hook that got in for Pedraza? That's what I'm talking about. Still throwing heat, still throwing fire at Keyshawn, and Keyshawn has to worry about that. Good right hand.
Well timed.
Yes.
Beating him to the punch.
Nice step back.
And now closes the gap behind the jab. Cuts off the ring well as well. Double left uppercut, left hook. A flurry of headshots comes in. Short right hand on the inside.
Oh, better keep his defense
Pedraza
tight. Nice.
with a right hand of his own. And then tries to wrap around with body shots. Comes in with a left hand as well. Give the veteran credit. As now he steps to Keyshawn Davis. As Pedraza steps to him in the end of round number 9. Very game is the veteran from Belgium.
This is great experience for Keyshawn.
These are the kind of steps, the kind of rungs on the ladder that you want to take. Opponents that can serve you well.
Last round. We're in the 10th round. We're in 10, right? We're gonna get it. Hey, we're gonna get out of here this motherfucker real smooth. We're gonna get out real smooth. Just box this motherfucker. If you see something and you can go, go. But be careful going, okay? All right? You gotta keep your jab in his face. Don't give this motherfucker no confidence. All right? Don't give him no body shots he just do at the end. He don't need that shit, all right? You feel good? All right, come on. Stay with your jab. Stay with your combinations. All right? Keep your hands up.
Touch gloves, man.
What you see, coach?
Hey, keep working your jab this round.
Where my piece at?
Run into your counter punches, though. Working your jab, run into your counter punches.
You good? You good? All right. Look good finishing. Look good finish. Right here, coach.
Let's go.
Touch him up.
Keyshawn Davis scored the knockdown in round number 8. He has been in total control of the veteran Francesco Pedraza, who has been game, who has been tough, who has fired back, but he has dominated with a 143-53 connect advantage. We listened in to what Brian Bomack McIntyre had to say to Keyshawn in terms of how to close things here. He said, box and let's get out smooth. If something presents itself, fine, but box and get out of here smooth.
I don't think Keyshawn wants to do that. I think Keyshawn is looking for the knockout. He's going about it responsibly, but coming out with that firepower that he just landed tells me that he's looking for the knockout.
First time he has seen the 10th round in his young pro career. Body shot, you could hear the thud there. It's that right hand got around the left elbow of Pedraza.
See, and Pedraza, he fires back, and he's defensively responsible, too. A lot of those shots are grazing blows, and yes, some are getting in, but that's what Keyshawn is feeling as well. He's feeling that pressure. He's feeling that heat coming back, which is good for him. It's good for his young career. I know he's in a rush. I know he wants to get to the World Championship, but take your time, son. Continue to hone your skills. It's important. So you don't want to just get to the World Championship. You want to hold on to that championship as long as you can.
Oh, good timing on the inside. 2 counters. One was the left uppercut. The other one was a right hand that was generated from only about 5 inches away.
In between the punches.
Punching between punches, inside fighting.
Nice little shoulder roll right there from Pedraza, trying to take a page out of Keyshawn's book. Fighters, we tend to do monkey see, monkey do. We see a guy do one thing, we'll say, you know what, you reminded me. Yeah, I could do that too. Pedraza doing everything he can to keep Keyshawn up off of him. Oh, big shot right there. Left hook.
Right uppercut, right over the top comes in from Keyshawn Davis.
And then you see Pedraza come right back with his offense.
I know that he mentioned recently that he doesn't want any more development fights. But getting developed at this stage is for a reason. And Pedraza offered that up to him tonight, and it served him well, Timmy.
Yes, absolutely. He can go back to the drawing board and look at this fight, and I'm sure he'll see and recognize that there was a ton of opportunities for him to land more offense and possibly get the stoppage. But Keyshawn Davis clearly won this fight tonight.
From Mark Chenault.
Gentlemen, after 10 rounds here inside the Fire Lake Arena, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Mike Bauer and David Sutherland both score the bout 100-89. Joseph Mason has it 99-90 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still US, WBC, and WBO Intercontinental Lightweight Champion, Keyshawn Davis!
Keyshawn Davis, 162 total connects tonight to Pedraza's 61. Keyshawn Davis also
guys, on both sides, we're getting full waistband on both sides, gentlemen. You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
There's Tom Taylor, the referee, for what will be our co-feature, 10 rounds of lightweights. The former champ now at 34 against the rising star, Keyshawn Davis, at 9-0 with 6 knockouts. Pedraza got himself up to 140 pounds. He's got a lot of miles on the odometer. The weight drain, could it affect him here to get back down to 135?
Absolutely. You know, you can feel good through camp and diet and do all the necessary things to make the weight, but you really don't know how well you're going to feel the night of the fight. So you just got to just pay attention to Pedraza and see if he still has a lot left in the tank.
And he turned to us yesterday, Tim, when we were getting into a hefty conversation about the strategy that he wants to employ. And he said he wants a high volume pace against Keyshawn.
That's dangerous. Yes, I hear what he's saying, but at the same time, it's dangerous because Keyshawn is a prolific counterpuncher.
All right, stop.
Look for the right hand over the jab of Pedraza from Keyshawn. If he jabs from the wrong distance, expect that right hand to come over the top.
Pedraza hasn't fought at 135 pounds since May of 2019. Got to come over the top with a right hand against that jab of Davis.
See Pedraza pushing that pace, Tess. That's it. He told us in the fighter meeting that he wants to push the pace. He's doing it now, but there's a ton of bouncing from him, wasting a lot of energy. That could show up late in the fight now.
Let him go. Good job.
Play off of a year and 5 days. Said I needed that kind of a rest. Feels ready, feels recharged.
Keyshawn is really economical with his offense. He'll let his hands go when he feels necessary. He just doesn't throw caution to the wind.
And when it comes to the CompuBox stats, when you sit there and you try to look through and come up with analysis with Keyshawn Davis, you go back to that last fight on October 14th, a bit of a speed bump in this stage of his career, like a lot of top prospects often do. But in that fight against Nahir Albright, that was a majority decision win that was eventually changed to a no contest. That was the first time in his career where there was an opponent who actually even outlanded him in a single round.
Yes, Keyshawn played, got hurt with a shot, respected the power. I asked him, I was like, did you fall asleep in there? Or, why did you play defense?
Let him go.
And he said it had a lot to do with his actual physical well-being. He said that, the marijuana was the issue. For him. He said he's quit the marijuana now. He said he feels stronger in practice now. He feels like he has the wind to go as many rounds as need or necessary and his work as hard as he needs to work throughout the course of the fight.
Continue that conversation in a moment. Pedraza continues to try to come forward, and Davis able to get out of the way of that offensive attack. But what you're noting is back on October 14th, he had a majority decision win against Albright. The Texas Commission then changed the result of that fight to a no contest after he exceeded the levels for cannabis consumption. Here's Davis. Now, Keyshawn Davis has recently opened up and has talked about issues in his life, going back some years as to why he started smoking, Tim. He said, listen, some serious mental health issues. And throughout that process, he was smoking. And then he told us yesterday how noticeable it is in the course of the recent training camp in which he has, as he says, put down the weed, and he's a better person in every way.
Oh, absolutely. That had to be tough for him, especially when you get consistent with using the drug like that. However, it definitely will allow you to have better lungs. Anything you think about it, anything you put into your lungs, it's going to affect it. No matter what it is, it's going to affect it some way, shape, or form. Now, if you look at his last 2 performances, they've been subpar. Been a lot of lulls in action from him. He's going to have to be the complete package tonight, Tess, because it looks like Pedraza right now is starting to get himself into a rhythm.
He had a 14-10 connect advantage in round 1. Round 2 of our co-feature, as you see right now in the locker room. There is the world champion, Teofimo Lopez. 2-division world champion at this point. Of course, was undisputed at 135 pounds. And now the lineal champion, the Ring Magazine belt champion at 140 pounds after that phenomenal performance against Josh Taylor back in New York to start last summer.
All right, stop. Go. Jose, let the arm go.
Pedraza really trying to just push the pace, force an inside fight. I don't know if he's the stronger man in there. Remember, coming down from 140 pounds, yes, you consider him the bigger man. However, Keyshawn's younger. He's strong for the weight class.
Oh, it's a good right hand as Pedraza crossed that threshold. Then a left hook comes in from Keyshawn Davis.
All created by his footwork, moving laterally and then stopping on a dime.
3-punch combination by Davis. Pedraza back to the inside, trying to stay right in that pocket, trying to press the action against the young undefeated fighter.
Get him up, Keyshawn, just a little bit. Let the arm go, Keyshawn. Keyshawn, let it go.
Keyshawn is throwing these subtle body shots on the inside, small little punches on the inside that can show up later in the fight. When you're landing body shots like that on your opponent. It's like siphoning the
There it
gas
is right
tank.
there.
It's
There's
like
a right hand to the
siphoning the
body.
gas tank. That's been the story for me as I'm watching this. He's just investing in that body because it's going to pay good dividends down the stretch in this fight. And being the older fighter and have been through a lot of wars and having a hard time making this weight in a long time, guess what?
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
You can wear him down. You can break him down a lot sooner than you think.
And a right hand to close out round 2. Joe, Tim, Bernardo, and Mark with you here from Michelob Ultra Arena, Mandalay Bay. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Exciting night. Super Bowl weekend has arrived, and the showstopper, Teofimo Lopez, will be defending his world championship in our main event. Getting a good look at Keyshawn Davis early on here against a former titleist in Jose Pedraza. Another 3-punch combination from Davis.
Look, Pedraza closing the distance. Keyshawn is allowing him to, and now he's just teeing off in spots, catching Pedraza out of position. You see Pedraza switching from southpaw to orthodox.
Good combination from Davis. Then he goes with the right hand. Left hook comes up top. Davis in control here early on around 3.
In complete control.
Wow, the body shots you picked up on that. Look at him double up that right hand, including the uppercut. This is very good sharpshooting early on from Davis, isn't it, Timmy?
He's breaking him down. He's already starting to break him down.
Right hand splits the guard. Davis. Headshot after headshot against Pedraza here in round 3. Pedraza trying to match fire with fire for a moment. Davis had a great opening minute here in round number 3.
Look, if your game plan is just to come forward and throw punches at Keyshawn Davis, you're going to get hit with shots like that. You would think the veteran Pedraza will be trying to attempt to set up his shots and at least use a jab on the way in. He's not doing anything. He's walking through the front door. Keyshawn Davis has allowed him to, and then he's picking him off in the inside.
Combinations, body shots, lead punches. Every offensive weapon being shown in this 3rd round from Davis. In the first half of the 3rd round alone, he landed 20 power punches.
Tess, I'm looking at the legs. What the legs are showing me from Pedraza is that it was a tough weight cut. He hasn't made 135 pounds in 4 years. His legs look very unstable. Every time Keyshawn lands something significant on him, you see his legs somewhat wobble. This game plan as of right now for Pedraza is not going to work. You got to be better than that. You see the defensive prowess of Keyshawn.
Pedraza trying to go to that body and wrap around that right elbow.
There's no power on those shots.
Nope. Look at Keyshawn just shaking it off.
He's arm punching.
He's landed 23 body punches, Keyshawn Davis. Doubling up that left hand. Excellent round. Superb 3rd round by Keyshawn Davis, where he threw 62 power punches and landed 39 of them. And now the doctor is going to look at that right eye of Jose Pedraza.
Over here.
39 power punches absorbed in that last round alone by Pedraza. And we sat with Keyshawn Davis yesterday and talked about Pedraza and perhaps what he brings to the table. So let's get something straight. He's not better than me, and I'm not going to sit there and play with that old man. He hasn't. He has come straight out. Meanwhile, this is what's going on in the other locker room of our championship fight. That's Jermaine Ortiz from Worcester, Massachusetts. His trainer, Ricky Gonzalez. First world title challenge for Ortiz. However, he has been to the top on the big stage because he earned the right to be a true contender when he went up against Vasily Lomachenko back in October of 2022 and he went 12 rounds. He showed he could stay with Lomachenko. He had a very good first half of that fight before the former pound-for-pound #1 rallied late. He also had a superb win against Jamel Herring, the former super featherweight world champion. So Ortiz in every way has earned the right against a couple big names to get into a spot like this against Teofimo Lopez. That is coming up after this co-feature. Let's check in with Bernardo.
I was speaking with Luis Espada in Jose Pedraza's corner. He said, I told him I need him to use the entire ring. Don't do this. I don't want you in the in-fight struggling. Box him.
He's fighting with his heart instead of fighting with his mind. You know, and that has to do with he knows that this door is about to close on him. He knows that if he doesn't win this fight tonight, then he may not get another opportunity. This could be it for him. So he's putting it all on the line. He's not thinking in there. He's fighting with his heart, and he needs to fight with his mind. And you got Keyshawn Davis just taking full advantage of his aggression. Ineffective aggression, Tess.
It is effective aggression.
Ineffective.
Davis has been accurate, landing 54% of his power punches.
Pedraza is a shell of himself. You know, I don't care what anybody says. I told you guys, it depends on what he has. I'm not taking anything away from what Keyshawn is doing. He's looking spectacular. You know, he's inside the pocket. He's not allowing Pedraza to work. He's taking, blocking, he's countering. He's doing what he needs to do, but at the same time, you just see that this is not the same Pedraza that we've seen in the past. The weight definitely drained him and took a lot out of him.
Keyshawn, pull it back.
Oh.
Stop. Keyshawn. Stop. Don't look at me. Don't turn. Don't come and pull it on. Keep that head up. All right, we're good. Go.
Back to business. Going to take a short break, come back for round 5, and we will hear from Teofimo Lopez in his locker room as he gets ready for his title defense. Don't go anywhere.
Right there at the bell.
Keyshawn Davis with a 104-36 connect advantage through 4 rounds. Mark Kriegel, how do you score it?
All right, stop.
40-36, 4 rounds to none. Keyshawn, listen, he's so much physically stronger. Even when Pedraza scores, it feels like he can't generate any power. I feel like we're just waiting on a KO.
Pedraza's tough. That's one thing I know. He's tough. He's only been stopped by Tank Davis.
I was at 130 pounds.
No knockdown. Stop. Sorry. Let me go.
If Keyshawn's going to stop Pedraza, he's going to have to start putting combinations together. And it's going to start by going down to the body and continually weakening him.
Work out of that, gentlemen. Work out of it. Keyshawn, pull your arm out. All right, stop. Pull it up when I say pull up.
It's about time. Pedraza finally threw a straight punch right down the middle instead of just trying to smother and get it on the inside.
Jab to the body again. He's landed over 40 body punches to this point.
So what I'm seeing, Tess, is just the relaxation from Keyshawn. That's what's impressing me. He's not spooked by the fire. He's not as spooked by the pressure that Pedraza's putting on him and trying to get inside and maul with him and wrestle with him. He's actually seemingly comfortable in the inside and doesn't have a problem with it.
Stop. No punch.
And Pedraza has not been at the pace that he told us he would prefer to be, and that's because of the dominance of Davis coming at him. There's a right hand from Davis.
Pedraza's doing all the work for Keyshawn.
Yes.
All the work for him. It's exactly what Keyshawn wants. So he can land shots like that again. But the breakdown process has to continue round after round. Keyshawn has to break him down to the body, little by little. There's no power on those shots coming from Pedraza at all. A lot of arm punching.
Stop. Straight back. Go.
Well, there's plenty of power from the shots of the guy who's the star attraction tonight, and that is Teofimo Lopez, who has been so dynamic. Of course, there's been Heisman nights with the one-punch knockouts. There's been sensational efforts, and he does so with a viper quality. He is a twitchy athlete, and now a 2-division world champion. He'll be defending his WBO junior welterweight title, lineal title, in just moments against Jermaine Ortiz, and Bernardo is in the locker room with him. Defense. Everything is the showman circus theme, and he's very excited and saying, listen, I like when boxing does the big, grand, over-the-top ring entrance, and that is what he has planned. He didn't want to give too many details yesterday, but we know it's circus themed and it's going to be over the top, and that is coming up in moments. He talked about having more tricks up his sleeve, if not even in his mind reaching his prime yesterday, and just simply going out there and having fun. And he has a very game opponent in front of him tonight in Jermaine Ortiz, but you just get the sense that Teofimo Lopez wants to make tonight special with how he closes the show.
Tess, in the biggest events, he's always showed up and showed out. This is one of the biggest events of his career. He's the headliner. It's here in Vegas, the Super Bowl weekend. He's definitely going to want to show out tonight.
Another good body shot from Keyshawn Davis, and now the right hand comes in against Pedraza, and now he's got him backed up against the ropes, and he's teeing off as Davis has Pedraza off balance. Another big headshot, big right hand, backs him up into the corner, and this fight is over. Bloody, beaten, battered is Pedraza, and Keyshawn Davis delivers. The biggest test of his young career, and take out a big red marker and write A+ on it. That was sensational from Davis.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I would ask them all, y'all thought I was winning? Flexing on it.
Tess, that's a 2-division world champion that he just knocked out, that he just stopped, Tess. Let's take a look at these replays, how he got it done. When Keyshawn wants to turn it on, he can turn it on. He can change gears. You can see that starting with the jab, coming behind with the right hand. You see Pedraza right here, squared up inside the pocket. Doesn't have good positioning here. You see the follow-up shots, and then you see the killer instinct. Big right hand around the guard of that high guard usage from Pedraza. And this is a great finish by the young phenom, Keyshawn Davis. Just following up, knew the referee was going to step in eventually. He can see him out of the corner of his eye. But when he wants to turn it on, he can turn it on. This kid has levels, he has gears, and he showed that tonight.
Michelob Ultra Arena, this bout comes to a conclusion at 1 minute 9 seconds of round number 6. For your winner by technical knockout, and now the USWBC, USBA, and WBO Intercontinental Champion, Keyshawn, the businessman, Davis.
Keyshawn Davis, tremendous performance with the TKO victory. Let's go up to the ring to Bernardo.
Keyshawn, this was supposed to be your step-up fight against an experienced fighter. What did you think of your performance tonight against Jose Pedraza?
First, I'd like to thank God, my Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. He took my addiction away from marijuana, and I came back stronger than ever. Thank you, Jesus. And I'd like to give a big, big thank you to my mother, Wanda Davis. In front of everybody right now, I want to let everybody know she was with me throughout the whole training camp, there with me in sparring, telling me what I need to do, and I just want to give her flowers in front of everybody.
That's what good sons do. Valentine's Day month. You know what? Talk to me about how you were able to break down a fighter whose losses have come only against the best in several weight classes.
Throughout this whole training camp, I've been saying I'm the best at 135, and everybody kept saying, Keyshawn, you got to get the stoppage, you got to get a knockout, and I kept telling everybody, don't worry about it, just watch me work. And that's exactly what happened. I got the stoppage. Thank you, Jesus.
Physically, you looked a lot better in here, and now this sets up the future. You're top 10 in 2 of the organizing bodies. What do you want next?
Teofimo been doing a lot of talking lately. So, hey, I go up to 140 and fight Teofimo. What's up? Get this win tonight. Teofimo, you already know how I'm coming. You and your father. So let's set it up. Let's set it up. I'll come straight to 140. I'll come straight to 140. Let's go. Let's go. And if you scared Teofimo, Nagarate. Nagarate is a hell of a fighter. Hats off to Nagarate. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with you at 135 after he captures his WBO title. So let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the Scope Arena here in beautiful Norfolk, Virginia. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you this evening by Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, November 15th, live on Netflix. By DraftKings Sportsbook, download the app now. And by Rion Season. We are sanctioned by the Virginia State Athletic Commission. Executive Director, Kate Noshbish. Commissioner, Jermaine Gray. Deputy Commissioner, Vernon Porter. This fight is scheduled for 10 rounds for the WBO Intercontinental, the IBF Intercontinental, and WBC USA lightweight titles. Our judges at ringside, Chris Flores, Mark DiTilio, and Steve Weisfeld. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell is Mr. Raul Caez Jr. And now, to this sold-out crowd here inside Scope Arena in beautiful Norfolk, Virginia. And to everyone watching on ESPN+. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. And oh, baby! This is the main event! Introducing first, out of the blue corner, presented in association with OR Promotions, with head trainer Pedro Alern. He weighed in at 141.4 pounds, wearing black trunks. His record, 29 victories with only 1 defeat. 19 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He's the former IBF #1 lightweight contender from Tres Arroyos, Argentina, Gustavo El Eléctrico Lemos. Introducing out of the red corner, presented in association with DB3 Promotions, with head trainer Brian Bo-Mac McIntyre. He weighed in at 134.2 pounds, wearing black trunks with blue trim. His record, 11 victories, no defeats, 1 no contest. 7 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a U.S. Olympic silver medalist, fighting out of the B&B Boxing Academy. He is the reigning and defending WBO Intercontinental, IBF Intercontinental, and WBC USA lightweight champion, representing the 7 cities and his hometown of Norfolk, Virginia. He is the businessman, Keyshawn Davis!
Fighter chief second. Fighter chief second. Look at those shorts. Okay. I got you. Protector. Mouthpiece. All right, gentlemen, you received the instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect. A good, clean fight. Yeri supero las instrucciones con una pelea limpia. Golpes legales, legal punches. here for you. Legal punches, here for you. Touch gloves, back to both of you. Buenas tardes los dos. Toca guante.
Tim, what does your son Malachi say? The atmosphere here is bust.
They say bust now. It's no longer busting.
Okay, well, bust. I'm old, but I mean, look. What's Keyshawn feeling right about now?
He looks like he's laser focused right now, and he's going to have to be. You see how big Lemos is right now. Lemos, last minute stretches. If I'm Lemos right now, I'm coming out and I'm attacking. I'm attacking, and I'm letting my presence be felt early. I want to make sure I land something hard while he's not warmed up yet.
Came in at 155.4. He weighed 141.4 at the weigh-in. That's 6.4 pounds above the weight limit of 135 because this is a title eliminator for Keyshawn Davis. He's ranked number 3 by 3 of the world's sanctioning bodies. Everything's at stake in his hometown for Keyshawn Davis, and he's got a monster in front of him who is in shape, Tim. He trained for this fight. He didn't train to make 35. He trained to make 40 plus.
Not at all, and you're already starting to see this is exactly what Lemos has to do. And Keyshawn right now, again, just keep it smart. Keep it very simple. Don't get greedy with his combinations. 1, maybe 2 shots at a time, but you see him right there going down to the body. That's another key. You know, you think that he had a tough weigh-in? Check him downstairs. See what he ate for breakfast. See what he ate for lunch. Keyshawn going downstairs early in hopes it pays good dividends down the stretch.
It's a nice up jab from Keyshawn Davis. As long as he uses his speed and his legs, he doesn't get into this type of fight where Lemos is going to try to rough him up.
Again, that's the tie-up I was talking about. You want to stop your fighter's momentum from coming forward or your opponent's momentum? You tie him up. You close the gap and you tie him up. Nice exit right there, again, from Davis.
Lemos landed a nice body shot there on the inside. Look at the back of Lemos. He's huge tonight. Now, Keyshawn is used to sparring Terrence Crawford. He's used to sparring his brothers who are 6 foot plus, Keon and Kelvin, but they don't have this type of build and put this type of pressure on him.
Not at all. You see Lemos right there doing a smart thing. He's throwing, he's trying to anticipate where Keyshawn's going to be. You saw that right hand. Keyshawn was moving to his left, and you saw him buzz it right over his head.
Ole.
Ole, ole, ole.
Oh, nice quick flashy combination from Davis, and Lemos leaps and misses from far away.
This round, great boxing from Keyshawn, keeping the fight out at distance where he wants it to be. Again, and counterpunching effectively. Again, right there, though, smart move. Keyshawn just getting close and bumping, creating space for himself to be able to evade.
Nice body shot there
yes,
from
it was. He stayed still. Lemos stayed home, and he's going to go downstairs on Keyshawn. He believes he's weak there.
The CompuBox numbers state that in terms of body shots, both fighters, well, they go downstairs, but Lemos is a lot more effective at it. 45% of Lemos' landed punches are to the body, which is 15 above the average for the lightweight division. Under 30% for Keyshawn Davis. So that's part of the work that Lemos does, but if Keyshawn keeps him at bay with the quickness, that's his advantage. And Tim, the up jab has been his bread and butter so far through these first 3 minutes.
Keyshawn, the only thing that he didn't do, he didn't counter enough. You know, when you get a guy that likes the pressure like that, you got to counter him off and to keep him honest. I mean, he was slippery that round. He was able to evade and get off on the shoulders, but again, if he doesn't counter, Lemos is going to keep coming forward. He has to counter as often as possible.
All right, he was over by 6.4 pounds at the weigh-in. He was,
there it is.
That's a left counter.
There it is.
Davis, and down goes Lemos. Big boy or not, overweight or not.
Beautiful shot.
All right, did he wake up the Argentinian lion, or did he just show just how powerful and dominant this lightweight can be? As he's playing Matador for moments, goes downstairs with a vicious right hook, and that left hook puts him on stanky legs and face first on the mat. And he goes reeling backwards. Don't dance too early now, Keyshawn, because Lemos is still dangerous. But not if you can continue to land those powerful shots. And that's how you
Keyshawn making his mama Wanda proud. Glad to see Lemos is okay. Tim, vicious knockdown, and then the finish.
I was just saying, he wasn't countering enough. And then when he decided to counter, he caught him coming in. You see, he missed with that hook. Perfectly timed right hand as he's coming in. Double impact, his momentum, he's coming forward, his own inertia, there it is. Took him that way, boom, go ahead, and me land that right hand up. Right on the chin. Nice pull counter, beautiful timing right there from Keyshawn. He saw that in the first round. He said, you know what, I'm gonna go back to that later. I'm not gonna make him pay just yet. But this is the second knockdown right here in the finish. Going downstairs, softening him up. Coming up top with a beautiful left hook right there as Lemos is shooting the right hand. Great timing, perfect execution. My gosh. My gosh. Great work right here by Keyshawn Davis. And here's the end of the fight right here. Good combination. He knows he has his man hurt. Just following up short shots on the inside. That last uppercut right there. Ooh, that was diabolical, people. That last uppercut right there. He didn't have to do that, but he did. He made him pay for those 6 pounds.
The referee did not get there in time, even though Raul Kais tried. That was a vicious finish. He let everything, all the anger, all the doubt, everything that he had inside of him. And listen to the crowd as Keyshawn Davis is having the time of his life.
Skills pay the bills. Skills pay the bills at the end of the day. Extra credit tonight for Keyshawn Davis for taking this fight. I told you guys at the beginning, it's a dangerous fight. He had an uneven playing field, but again, he came through in tremendous fashion. This knockout was brutal for Lemos. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear anybody put this performance down and saying that, oh, Lemos is weight drained. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He had an advantage. He was a junior middleweight tonight, and he got knocked out by a 135-pounder in Keyshawn Davis.
He got Debo tonight.
Debo. Skills pay the bills, man. Look, those skills can overcome anything in that ring, man. And he showed that tonight.
You talk about being fearless. You talk about taking on all comers. You talk about stepping into the ring and saying, look, I promised these fans a show. And Keyshawn Davis is the definition right now of showed out. 135 pounds. Look, you can say whatever you want coming into this fight. But what Keyshawn Davis proved as he comes over to congratulate Gustavo Lemos is that he is a real player in this division.
Absolutely.
All right, Mark Chinook has the official time of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, here.
Got problems with Mark Chinook's mic, and we'll get that fixed momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Scope Arena, Norfolk, Virginia, this bout comes to a conclusion at 1 minute, 8 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by knockout, and still the WBO Intercontinental, IBF Intercontinental, and WBC USA champion. He's your very own from Norfolk, Virginia. He is the businessman, Keyshawn Davis.
Let's go, Bo. Hey, bring it in. Record this. Bring it in, y'all. Take it.